Mark, you didn't have to get dressed up for the occasion, really now. How's it going, folks? What's up? We have an hour to go, so I'm going to watch you guys come in, and I don't even know where to start. Let's start with the obvious thing, the hair. How is that great coming in, folks? Let's start with a mic check. What's going on? Oh my God, a little bittersweet is for sure. I'm going to miss this. Oh, we have some early birdies. We're not beginning, folks. I have an agenda right there. We'll look at it in a sec. Ooh. Goodbye, lens. Goodbye, live recording. Okay, so we have, I gotta chill out. So we have a short one tonight, believe it or not. Short but effective. I am not getting into presentation mode. Not right now. I have a little bit of a flutter in my voice. You know, a little flutter in your voice? Come on in, folks. What's up? We have, let me see. We have a lot of strangers that will be coming this evening because we placed some ads. So I'm not going to do a whole intro. I'm not going to give instructions quite yet because we have an hour to go. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chill. I will have a wardrobe change. Hair and makeup is coming in within the half hour. So they will do something with this and something with this and something with this. They're going to fix me up real nice. Actually, would you guys like to choose my wardrobe for this evening? The early birdies should get the privilege to choose. If you're just popping in, you don't know who I am, this is where this begins. I'm not going to ramble for an hour of pre-show, even though that would not be such a bad idea, would it? I was going to say I can bring some of you out, but we're going to save that for later. We're going to save that for the end. Let me drop something early because we're so few right now. I think I could get a little risque. I can't be risque the whole time, yo. I can be risque this whole time. It's my webinar and it's my last one. It's my last live one. So welcome to my last live webinar. We kick it off like this. Should I bring that up? I'll bring it up. Then I'll bring, or should I bring the whole thing up? Well, first, let me show you guys. Chaos has struck. It's going to be very chaotic, which is why I have a preference in one of my wardrobes for this evening. I'm not wearing this for my last webinar ever. Are you kidding me? So yeah, well, we're doing good. It's like not even 5 after 8, and I'm just hanging out. I do have materials to prepare because I have so many things, emotions to share with you guys as I'm holding this like this. I have a lot of emotions to share with you guys, and I have a bunch of Post-its like this to say how proud I am of you guys. Some of you not so much. You guys are awesome. Way smarter than me, if you think I'm smart. We have some elite thinkers here. You're going to see what that's all about. Where are my elite thinkers at? Yes, I will be hosting a mastermind, a monthly mastermind after this, but it's not live to the public, and it's closed, and it's private, and it's only for a few people. Therefore, because people have already been on me on this, on me in terms of, I knew it wasn't your last one. I knew it. This is different, as you will see. I shouldn't have dropped it, but I'm going to plant that seed throughout, folks, because the elite thinkers, it's a mastermind. I dropped it. Now I'm going to stop because that's really, really exciting. We will get the content done in 1 hour. And I think it's my best work. I worked really hard on this, by the way. When I say the hour, I'm not talking about now. I didn't work hard on this. I worked hard on this, but I worked hard on the hour of content, the hour of power. And I know we're barely anyone here now, but by the time 8:30 hits, by the time the clock strikes 8:30, I reckon we have a couple of hundred on. I reckon. I said we'd close it up at 1,000. We didn't get 2,000 registrations. We got 1,888, I think. I'll double check. Under 2,000 registrations. And out of, generally speaking, no. With my experience, I kind of can gauge what the attendance will be. And on 1,800, 1,900 registrations, there's no way 1,000 people show up. It's just, that doesn't happen. It's never a half show up rate. So I figure we're going to hit 500-ish. I see things happening now. Some of you are coming in. You're in the back. If you want to come in, I'm already getting excited. If you want to come in the chat, there is no recording. So if I shout you out, I'm going to shout you out if you come in the chat. I may even have to pull some of you out or offer to pull you out. I may embarrass you is what I'm saying. It's my last shot at this, so I'm going to embarrass some of you. Probably 100% chance of that happening. So if you don't want to be embarrassed, I won't go in the back and pick your name because I already see a couple of leaders back there. I want to say your name. What are you doing here so early? Here's what we do. Because there will be a lot of strangers who don't know this guy right here. This guy right here. I will kick it off with during the pre-show. So we got to move fast. Pre-show, 8 p.m. We're already like, it's almost 10 after 8. I rambled for nothing for that time. We're going to put an About Me video clip. I'm going to plug that in right here. This is where you go get your coffee. You go get your cup of tea. You go have your little pee break, your little bathroom break. You go grab your notes. I don't do a wardrobe change yet. Well, let's get the conversation going. For my final show, shall it be The Mad Scientist, which is the one I am definitely gravitating towards. This is my favorite. Or should it be the Donkey Kong? It says, I'm a beast. I like the Scientist because I am a beast when I have to be a beast, but I'm sometimes a beast in this type of way. Like, I don't even know. This is Rick and Morty, I think. I bought it at Walmart. And this is just like, that's just me. Kind of always confused and behind closed doors and drooling. Yes, many of you have seen me drool on live webinars. So it's between, let's call him the Mad Scientist or let's call him the Donkey Kong. Donkey or Mad Scientist? Let's have a little vote. I'm going to change it about, but I'm shutting off the camera for that one. Believe me, that's a favor to you. I'm going to change around 5 to 9 before we begin. Because I'm comfortable, And then the other spotlight will go on. And by then my hair will be done. Hair and makeup should be here in a second. Would you like to meet hair and makeup? And that's it. So I'm going to plug in. That's not it. I'm going to plug in a video. And that's it. Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming out. About Me video about to be plugged in. Then I'm going to throw in the invitation video that you guys saw to be here tonight. The reason I'll do that, I'll explain to you before I plug it in. That invitation video answered all the questions that I just do not want to repeat when the actual show starts at 9. I don't want to repeat all that about my drone business, see? All that stuff. Am I going to keep producing content? Am I gone forever? All that stuff. What's the money printing machine about? The money printing machine, well, let's go. I'm going to plug these two videos in before 9 o'clock while you guys are coming in and we close those doors. Then I'm going to give away the $100 before 9 o'clock, okay? We're going to play the Russian roulette. Who was there when Brady Theodore, the Gotti, won the $50 last time? We're going to do that. It's super quick. I already got all y'all preloaded in a spreadsheet. I'll do the roulette live. We'll do that before 8. So I'm in my comfy clothes. I don't have to class it up to an actual t-shirt. Yeah, we'll just do that right away, okay? So we'll plug in these 2 videos about me, for those of you that don't know me. Invitation video that you saw to come here. This is where if you've seen these things or you know about me, go get your notes, because there is no replay. I'm going to give away the $100, and then the agenda. I'll just go through the agenda. I could do it now, but let's go with the motions, Marc Lalonde. That's how you will stay on track of this whole thing. It's supposed to be an hour from 9 to 10. Then at 10 o'clock, let me just drop it. At 10 o'clock, I invite you, some of you, to my mastermind, which is a once-a-month mastermind, private, very live, where you will not only attend, you will participate. You're going to be the moderator, the host. We're going to tackle your business. See? Mark, stop. That's how we end off this thing. The hell with it. Let me just give you the agenda now. At 9 o'clock, it'll be my success journey. That's super quick. 5 minutes. Equip you for a 7-figure income. I'll give you everything you need to hit 7 figures per year, like I've done many times, over and over and over again. Then I'm going to give you my SaaS blueprint. SaaS is, I called it SaaS because it's sell anything on autopilot and scale. I just did that quick because it's a quick acronym I could come up with, and I may sell it as software as a service in the future, but whatever. I give it to you, the whole blueprint that I'm using today. And then my biggest mistakes, and then I invite you to my mastermind. Okay, let's go. First video I'm plugging in right now, which is about me. And as I go through these items, see, I'm rushing, and it's only like not even a quarter after 8, and we only start at 9. So this video is about 15 minutes, the about me. And when it's done, I put a check. Then I plug in that video, I put a check. We give away the $100, I put a check. I share the agenda, I put a check. Done. It'll go quick tonight. I love it. So let me know when you see my screen. I'll need you to let me know, please, because we're doing a screen switch. Here we go. Okay, can you guys see my screen, please? Can you let me know in the chat? Can you hear me on the studio mic, please? It says brand resume, but that's not what we will be talking about today. But I want to just share this clip here. It's on YouTube, guys. I'm just screen sharing on YouTube right here. How long do we have for the About Me section? Whoops. We have 1 minute. Okay, we got about 15 minutes of pre-recorded ramble, but it'll be a lot easier to do it this way. And we only officially start at 9, so enjoy the show as you chat amongst yourself. I'll push play. The screen, it's time to begin. Here we go. Okay, so this isn't me, guys. This is the recording. I'll let it roll. Thing here, and here we go. We will start with a little bit about me. Who is Marc? Who is Marc Lalonde? Okay, we'll start with this on my brand resume. My name is Marc Lalonde. I'm also known as The Wealthy Trainer. If you want to see more, guys, you go to thewealthytrainer.com. I'm going to keep the About Me portion of this live event super short because we have value to provide tonight, okay? Right now, I'm on the About page, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the home page and we're going to go through the different hats that I wear in my everyday life. I call them hats. Some people call them titles, but really what they are to me are things that I'm pretty darn good at and things that I love to do. So let's go to the home page and let's take a look at my sliding images and videos here. I've been blessed to be a leader in many companies, as well as learn from some of the best leadership leaders in the world. I am an entrepreneur, always have been, always will be. Even if you go back to when I was 17 years old selling pet food door to door, we'll get into that in a sec, which brings me to sales. I've been selling things all my life. When I started to personally brand myself, my business completely changed. That's what I'm teaching you guys to do today. About 25 years ago, I was a certified personal trainer. That's actually me right there. I lost 52 pounds in 2 months. I'm the founder and CEO of an online personal branding educational platform. I'm an online marketer, which means I run ads. That's probably how you found me and ended up here tonight. I've been a network marketer for the past 7 years, which basically means build teams of salespeople and lead them. I'm a speaker, whatever that means. In other words, I teach what I know to live audiences. I'm an investor because I invest my money wisely. That's actually me and Brett Wilson from Dragon's Den. And I am a philanthropist. Yes, that's actually me and Jim Watson right there, which is the mayor of Ottawa, Canada. Ottawa is my hometown, it's my city, and it's also the capital of Canada. So those are my highlights, and that's on the home page of my brand resume right here. You will all have one of these by the time we're done tonight. So even before we jump into it, write this down. What are your highlights? What are your titles, and what hats do you wear? You don't have to write them down now, just make note of this. And this gives me the opportunity to ask you to go get a pen and paper if you don't have one already. You will need to take notes tonight. Okay, so let's go back to my About page on my brand resume. That's pretty quick. Those are my highlights. Those are the hats I wear. Those are my quote-unquote titles. Now what I'll give you is my micro story. If you go to my About page at thewealthytrainer.com, you may not want to check it out right now because it's quite a long story. If you look all the way down, it goes. It's basically from when I started in my online journey, if you will, after quitting my computer job 7 years ago. But in short, if you go to the top of this page, you will see Who is Marc? I will read it off to you really quick. It's just a couple of paragraphs. Then you'll have an idea of who I am and why I'm credible. And after reading this, I must share a couple of little income, or should I say financial success credibility as well. I'm not supposed to say income on these things. So here we go. Who is Marc? This will be kind of fun. I love talking in the third person. Marc is me, guys. Hello, how are you? But I will speak about myself in the third person. So I'll just read it off right here. Marc M. Lalonde, also known as The Wealthy Trainer, trademarked, is the founder and CVO of Branding YOUniversity, an online personal branding university. Marc caught the entrepreneurial bug at 17 years old when he started selling pet food door to door. Since then, Marc has experienced both extremes of life, going from being a successful computer consultant with several side businesses to falling into substance abuse, which led to him getting fired, going broke, and becoming homeless. However, he was able to bounce back, earning a 7-figure income while helping thousands of people from around the globe to find financial freedom by doing what they love. Since launching Branding YOUniversity, Marc has helped entrepreneurs, small business owners, real estate agents, insurance brokers, authors, actors, musicians, lawyers, teachers, industry-specific professionals, and of course, people with a specific passion from around the globe brand themselves. Marc's purpose is to help people brand themselves as leaders and authorities in either their specific niche or in whatever their passion is, while creating an income doing what they love. Wow, this Marc guy sounds like an interesting fella, doesn't he? Okay, that's really weird reading that this way, but that's how the editor wrote it. So there you have it, guys. If you want to know more about me, you can just go to the About page afterwards. My story's here in video form. I'll just scroll down here super fast, and it starts at the beginning. 21 jobs by the age of 25. No career focus, no educational focus. Then I get into my father's death, how that started a fire inside of me. Then I get into my first professional job in computers. Did that for 20 some years, and it was a lot of money, but the stress was awful. Ended up becoming an alcoholic, getting addicted to drugs, losing everything, being homeless. I went from there with affirmations and positive thinking, and then got into network marketing, started selling wellness products and built sales teams. And then from there, I started getting professional leadership coaching and started online marketing and branding myself. And then I started teaching others to do it, and they started to pay me a whole lot of money. And now tonight, I'm giving you guys the formula to a brand resume, and I'm kind of going off the cuff as this is scrolling, so I'll stop it from scrolling. And that's about it, guys. I mean, here I am today. It all comes down what you're going to learn tonight, which is your brand resume. Many of you may have a job resume, but I'm sure most of you don't have a brand resume. They're completely different. And that was long enough for the About Me section of this live event. I kind of rambled on as that was scrolling down. It was kind of cool to do. Like sometimes I get long-winded about this kind of stuff, but I literally did that in a few minutes. That's pretty awesome. But now we have to get into the financial successes I've had and the business successes I've had. I've kept this portion, or should I say, I will keep this portion to under 1 minute long. This is something I don't like doing in live webinars. I mean stuff like showing business leads, how many leads I generate, showing income, flashing checks, showing bank accounts, showing leaderboards. And I'm being serious, guys. Like, I really don't like doing this, but I have to do it really quickly because when I attend a live event myself, I'm more likely to pay attention and, more importantly, apply what I learn if the person has been financially successful. So I understand this part. So here we go then. I'm going to come out live and we could get started, okay? Okay, here we are. So a little disclaimer first and then a little bit of legal action. I got to do this. This video was actually screenshot, I believe a couple of years ago, maybe 2018-ish. I rarely log into PayPal accounts and bank accounts and flash checks live because of account numbers and such. And also because I've grown so much in the past couple of years that it's really kind of unrealistic what kind of money you can make at scale when you actually do have a brand resume like I have right now and like you will have tonight. Like, I don't want to dive into it right now because we're about to, but you guys ever hear perception is reality? When you guys have a brand resume like you guys will have after tonight, or should I say you'll at least start working on it after tonight, the perception of you will be so grandioso or grand, and will just become more and more grand the more you add to it. You'll be an industry leader in whatever niche it is you are in. So when people buy something, they buy from people they know, like, and trust. And that's what the brand resume does, and it does it at scale. So you see, I'm already starting to teach. I don't want to be doing this. Let's get through the credibility stuff. I will share with you my PayPal account from a few years ago. Let's start there. But before we do so, let's take a look at the legal. The little note at the bottom of the screen. I do have 2 lawyers on retainer. So they advised me to put this in at this point on any live event. So it says, Marc Lalonde is a professional online marketer and personal branding expert with over 5 years of practical experience. The sole purpose of this 1 minute video, and it is 1 minute, guys, is to give Marc credibility and does not guarantee that you will get the same results. So, like I mentioned, this is a couple of years ago. My income has gone up dramatically since then, and it would be kind of unrealistic to share my live stuff anyways. because I'm scaling now, and you will be scaling as well. So let's go. So this is when I was making about 6 figures a month, which is 7 figures a year. And these were sales of a product that I was selling, a digital product, and you sell several per day. Again, the sole purpose of this is for credibility. Whenever I'm required to show more income streams due to possible big partnership deals, well, then I provide them upon request. Well, for the financial credibility, this will do for tonight. Next, let's get into these leaderboards. As you can tell in my voice, guys, I'm kind of uncomfortable about this, but when I hit a leaderboard, I always hit number 1. If I don't hit number 1, I learn from it and I make sure I hit number 1 next time. Will you be able to do this by the time we're done tonight? Maybe, maybe not. But that's not what this is about. This is just for my credibility. Apparently, this is supposed to get your attention. So this is where I was number 1 in an affiliate system, affiliate programs, when I was selling someone else's courses when I started out in 2015-ish. Now, once you're building your own audience with people who have been to your brand resume, you can do this with any affiliate program you join. You just basically automatically become number 1. I just don't want to sound like I'm some kind of talented guy here, because I'm not. I just have an effective brand resume that works, and you will all have one tonight as well. So I'm not going to share with you all the number 1 affiliate spots I get, because like I said, I get them all the time because of brand resume, but I'll show you a couple of the big ones. And when I say big, I mean in terms of companies and in terms of I had no idea I was number 1. Here's one from a huge software company called Status Brew. It's an automation company. The reason this one is special is because I had no idea I was number 1, and I had no idea that they would shout me out to their entire list of software users. I first heard of this from one of my followers. My followers sent me a screenshot of this. It said, "I wanted to personally thank you since it's been a year since we launched the Status Brew affiliate program." So this is when they started to really promote their affiliate program to their users. And then below it says, "Last year has been great since we gave 15 grand a month in affiliate payouts to all of our amazing affiliates." And there it is. Marc Lalonde, our top performer of 2017, was able to make 3 grand worth of affiliate money with just a small 2 weeks of aggressive promotion. And just to be transparent, that aggressive promotion was 1 click. 1 click to the people who have been on my brand resume and ended up in my audience. I'll share with you guys just one more quick one from another software company. This is Webinar Jam. This is pretty recent, but the reason this one is really special to me is, once again, I had no idea I could possibly be number 1 here. And number 2 is this is among a list of the top marketers in the world. So this one really got me. But once again, it proves the effectiveness of a brand resume, which once again, I'm about to teach you right now. I did affiliate stuff for a couple of years. Then I went on to selling products of other companies. And there's just one of the last companies I worked with. Within a week, I was able to reach number 1. And this pretty well happens with every company I join, every product I sell, because it all comes down to the brand resume, as you guys will see tonight. That's where I guide people first. When people see your brand resume, they know who they're dealing with. There is no resistance when you sell. Now let's go to my leads, which are business leads that I generate. Now this is a couple of years ago, so I am generating many more now. What was I doing back then? 1,000 to 2,000 leads daily. Yeah, I went up quite a bit since then. And finally, of course, when you get results like that through your brand resume, you will get massive exposure for being a top performer on huge platforms with hundreds of thousands of audience members themselves. Here's one of the first times that happened in 2015. I was the member of the month for my Lead System Pro MLSP. And every time something like this happens, your business goes up about 100x every time. Because you're audience tapping, you're getting in front of their audience. So this was a huge deal. Next after that, another big one was being selected to be on the Online Profit Playbook. That's another huge deal with the top marketers in the world. Now just share one more with you guys, probably one of the biggest ones thus far. It is the Thinkific course creator interview. This is pretty recent, maybe a year ago or so. Now they selected someone out of over 100,000 users. As a matter of fact, all of the platforms I just showed you have over 100,000 users on each of them. Now I don't want to speak too soon, but as I'm driving more and more people to my brand resume, there's some kind of crazy ripple effect taking place. I can't really reveal anything now, but there's a possibility that I'm endorsed by a sneaker company. I can't mention who it is right now, but you will know. I'll be sure to plaster that all over the web, and I'll be tapping into their audience as well. There's also a possibility that I'm endorsed by an energy drink company. Yes, one of the big ones. I can't reveal that yet because it's not done, but if you watch my webinars, you see me drinking this all the time. It's all over my brand resume anyways. They may as well send me a check, right? Another thing that may actually happen, I will drop the name here because I feel I'm very close, is being endorsed by the Wix platform. And finally, probably one of the big ones again. These haven't happened yet, but there's a possibility that I am on the community texting platform. If you don't know what that is, Gary Vaynerchuk is on it, and so are celebrities. Crazy stuff, all because of my brand resume and the brand resume that we'll be building for you tonight. But there you have it, guys. That's a little bit of credibility for you. Now I'm ready to come out. Who's ready? Now you know who I am, you know what I do. I've hopefully showed you that I'm credible from a skill level, from a financially successful level, and hopefully you kind of like me at this point. If you don't like me, that's okay. I have a ton of haters, but I would still recommend you stick around, guys, to get the value. A lot of my haters show up in my webinars and don't come out in the chat because they get the value. Success leaves clues, right? So, what do you say? I did a little clap there to wake you guys up. We're going to get started. I'm coming out. Now I have to switch screens and I have to switch mics. I got to get my lapel mic. So please let me know in the chat, guys, when you can see me on the screen, okay? Here I come. Okay, can you guys see me? I have to switch mics. Oh no, that didn't work. Okay, one sec. Okay, here I come. Okay, let me turn it off, guys. I'm back. Push pause. Okay. Whoa, look at that hair. Look at that hair. Let's focus on the hair for a second here. Okay, so just a couple of things to reiterate. This was about brand resume. I stuffed it with brand resume references because this is a plugin to one of my automated webinars. So if you did not know about me, that's a little credibility check. And what I will do right now is, am I coming back out to you guys? We haven't even started. It's still the pre-show, officially speaking. Let me come back out to you guys. Here we go. Okay, am I back? Oh, the mic. Please remind me, guys, am I back? There you go. Some of you have seen that a million times before about me. I want to reiterate, I continue to refer to brand resume. As I just said, that's because I kind of want to give a lesson here and start teaching. But when I do an automated webinar to sell a product, my about me is always modified to say that I'm getting these results because of blank, whatever product the webinar will be selling, because it's all automated. So on my when I'm selling Octo content model, I show that I have the same type of story, but it's modified. And I talk a little more about my syndication, and I really focus on my audience. And I say because of Octo content. So no, we're not talking about brand resume tonight. That's a course. But I found that was my best summary of who I am. Welcome, guys. The numbers are up. How's it going? I'm really here now. I unplugged. Now what I need to do, we need to continue with the agenda. If you guys are new here, the burning question this evening is, as I do my wardrobe change, and my hair and makeup's almost here. But as I do my wardrobe change, we're already in less than half an hour. The live event begins. This is the pre-show. Welcome. I see a lot of strangers in the back. If you come out of the chat, if you come out and say hi in the chat, I will embarrass you. So be aware. That's disclaimer number 1. Now, I need to know, for wardrobe change, what do you guys think? Mad Scientist or Donkey Kong? I say Mad Scientist. I'm leaning towards Mad Scientist. Put your vote in the chat, because this is the stuff that's really important. Wardrobe. What's the fashion? What's the fashion all about? Okay, so guess what we do? We put a check mark. There's the About Me video, and again, there, okay? So next, we plug in the invitation video, then we give away the $100. This is all pre-show. So I want to ramble. I want to sit around. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling emotional, but we can't. Too much to give away tonight. So let's do that. The invitation video must be plugged in because a lot of questions that I don't want to have to repeat. Okay, there you go. Let me plug in the invitation video. Most of you have hopefully seen it. If you're here tonight live, we are at still under 400, 492. Let me write that down. 492. So by the time we're leaving it open, we're going to have under 1,000 for sure. If we're at 492 at this point, under 1,000, it's open. I don't need to close the doors, so go get your notes. Go chill out. We start at 9. Right now I'm plugging in the invitation video because it will frame tonight's evening to why I'm moving on and not doing any more lives and so many other things. Seven questions answered. And then we draw the $100 live right now. I do the Russian roulette on the Excel spreadsheet, give away the $100, and then we start. And then I just I'll put a picture of Tiger Woods because we need to talk about golf, and I'll put it up for 2 seconds. I'll change and I'll go like, and I wish I could do that. I wish I could do a quick change. Should I change now? I'll change now while this video is rolling so we could just keep going with a nice flow. Okay, please let me know when you see my screen. No, it's a plug-in, so it's plugging in no matter what. Here's the plug-in. I'll be right back. So question number 8, the final question that you may have or that you need to know the answer to is, why should I be there live for your farewell webinar, Mark? So I've got 5 bullets here to why you should be there live to my farewell webinar. Aside from saying goodbye and that you'll miss coming to my live stuff, aside from that, let's start with number 1 reason why you should be there live on Thursday, September 3rd, 2020 at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Reason number 1, I will equip you with the necessary materials that you need for free to reach a 7-figure income. Been there, done that many times over. I will equip you for free to do the same. That's the first reason why you should show up live on Thursday, September 3rd at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Next, I'll give you the blueprint to the money printing machine, the one that I'm using right now. This is the machine that I'll be focusing on here, optimizing as previously mentioned, but I will give you the blueprint to the one that I'm using now that is working. I will also spit out the 7 biggest mistakes that I've done over the past 5 years. Now, these are the mistakes that nobody knows about. These are the mistakes that I've never shared publicly. These are the mistakes that I've personally had to bleed for, sweat for, and cry for. Next, there will be no replay. None. Nada. If you're not there live, no replay available. If we do stream on YouTube, it's coming off right after we're done. No replay. And finally, there is going to be a limit of 1,000 live attendees. So let me explain how this works. if you're seeing my video right now, if the registration page is up and you're listening to me right now, we have less than 2,000 registrations. As soon as we get 2,000 registrations, I'm not marketing this aggressively here, but as soon as I get 2,000 registrations, this is all down. So if you're seeing me, there's less than 2,000 registrations. Out of those 2,000 registrations, if half of you show up, we stop. So even though you're registered, here's what I need you to do. I need you to be there at 8:30 to be sure. To be sure you get a seat. Let me explain. You can come in at 8:30, get into the chat, everyone will start chatting, and you could go get a coffee, go to the bathroom, go get a snack, go get your notes while you have your seat, because the 1,000 out of the 2,000 registrations will fill up and some people won't get in. So here's what I've decided to do. I've decided to let as many people in until 8:30. So if 1,200 of you are in there before 8:30 p.m., well then 1,200 of you are in before 8:30. Then I close the doors at 8:30. You guys could chat for half an hour before I come out. But if there's less than 1,000 before 8:30, well then we let you keep coming in after 8:30 until 1,000 hits. So really, whichever comes first, 8:30 or 1,000 attendees. If there's more than 1,000 who get in before 8:30, you get in. So in order to secure your seat for my last ever, probably ever, but at the very least, my last for the following year, live event / webinar, if you want to guarantee your seat, register now by either clicking the link in the description or the button on the page. If you're seeing this on social media or through an ad, you click the link in the description, go to the registration page, click the button at the bottom to register. If you're seeing this same video on the registration page, click the button and register. That's step one. Then you need to check your spam folder, guys. You'll have a unique link to get in on the night of Thursday. Make sure you go find that email because you'll need that link. So once you're registered, if you come into the chat room between 8 and 8:30, just before 8:30, you guarantee your seat. That's all I got, guys. I'm a little emotional. It'll be emotional. I've been doing live webinars for 5 years, almost on a weekly basis, in most cases, twice a week. I have done hundreds of webinars, hundreds and hundreds. I believe I broke 1,000 live event webinars in the past 5 years. It's going to be emotional. I'm going to give away the farm. Like I said, I'm going to equip you with everything I know. I have nothing to lose, nothing to gain. I really don't care. I will get a lot of hate by leaders, probably saying, don't tell them this, don't tell them that. I don't care. I'm working on my stuff now. And I'll still be providing content weekly, but it just won't be the same. It just won't be the same as hanging out with y'all, you know? So there it is. I'm getting emotional. Click the link in the description or the button on the page. And be sure to be there in the room before 8:30 p.m. on Thursday, September 3rd, 2020. Love you guys, and I'll see you then for the last time. Bye-bye. Hey, am I back? Okay, I didn't change. I just want one last vote. Are we going with the mad scientist? Or are we going with the donkey? Mad scientist or donkey? Giving away the $100. Now you know, guys, why I'm going live, why I'm stopping to do lives. I gotta chill. I gotta save my energy for the 9 o'clock, but it appears that we're going to be a little late because we need to give the 100. Yeah, screw it. We're kind of started, right? Let me do the agenda now because I want to. I'm excited. When there's a lot of people watching, even if it's a couple of hundred, even under 1,000, it's still really cool. I have to watch what I say though. Here's the agenda. When we start at 9, apparently, it may be around 10 after 9. Yeah, because the video, oh, it's going to be past 9. We got to draw the $100. So my success journey, we start with that. Super quick. Then I equip you for a 7-figure income. Been there, done that many times over again. Then I give you my SaaS blueprint, which is sell anything, automate it, and scale it. Then my biggest mistakes in the past 5 years of my entrepreneurial journey. And then I invite you to my mastermind. That's not for everyone. Many of you prepare to leave when I start talking about that. It's just not for, it's literally for elite thinkers. I'm not saying that you're not an elite thinker. It's just not for everyone. You'll see why. There's a lot of reasons why. I'll tell you what the requirements are, aside from money. Like, are you an elite thinker? How do you think? Do you think big? Do you think small? Where do you see yourself? Yeah, it's more than an inner circle. It's called the Elite Thinker Mastermind. We meet once a month and every day for that matter. I'm pumped up about that. But by that time I pitch that, I'll be very direct. Many of you can leave. You have what you need. Work on your 7-figure income. You have everything you need. I'll give it all to you. I'm giving you everything tonight. So what are we doing? $100. Screen sharing time. Let me know when you see my screen, please. Okay, can you guys please hear me on the studio mic and see my screen? This is kind of exciting. It's actually only 3 minutes. It's not even 9. It's just about to turn 9 o'clock, so we can do this in 3 minutes or 2 minutes. Who's familiar with the way I do contests and do the randomizer in Excel, Microsoft Excel? Well, I'm just going to tell you, and we're just going to do it so we can go on with the show. Let's give away $100. Here's the way this works. Excuse me. I asked some of you, all of you, I just sent it to my list, or I don't know, maybe I put it on social media. To those of you who leave a comment to say you're coming to the webinar tonight, put it here, and I will put it here. Put it under the YouTube channel, this YouTube video, and I will select a winner from the list here. So what I like to do is I like to copy all the names. I took them all down. I threw you all in an Excel spreadsheet right here, and I've given each of you about 100 entries each. So I think there was only 29 comments. Let me go back. 59 comments it says, but that includes my replies. So it's really, I replied to some of you. So that means it's about only 40 of you that entered. So what I've done is in Excel is I've taken all your names. Some names are kind of ambiguous, like JD Organic Productions, No Bullshit Marketing. I think I know who you guys are, but I may have to contact you on YouTube itself to get your PayPal so I can send you that money immediately. Bio Wellness Lifestyle. So here's why you're probably seeing 2 names in a row, is because there are multiple entries on this list. Why do I put multiple entries instead of just having a list of only the people that entered? Well, I copy paste you guys so that I could scroll down this page and not see the names and go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and stop on a name. Now, if you're asking why names are together, even though a person can only comment once, it's because I use a randomizer. You see this number on the left? If I copy and paste this, it rearranges all. I have about 2,000 rows here. And then when I sort right here by column A, what happens is, look at the names. They're all going to mix up. They mixed up again. So what I do is I go up here. I used to do this. I used to do this with my mouse and go like this. But now, see, now we're below the 2,000. Now it's just having trouble loading because we are a lot of people on. So that's what I usually do with Russian roulette. I do a countdown. Let's try it again. Yeah, you see? I'm going to let it go. What I usually do is I go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the home, back to the top cell in Excel, and I'm going to use the page down key because with the mouse it's easy to, I have to get momentum to make it go really fast, and I don't want the mouse to come off screen. So if I go with the page down key, I need my cursor somewhere, right about here. So if I go like this, oh no, it's on the cell. So if I go like this, see how that is fast? Now if I let go, oh, you see how fast that goes. That went through 2,000 cells there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back up. I'm going to go on the page down key. I'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'll stop. Fair enough. And wherever it stops is the $100 winner. I think I explained how this works. It's very, very simple. The names are shuffled, but really it doesn't matter. I just put multiple entries of all of you. Now I went over 5 minutes. That's crazy just for this. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carol Brown Earl. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay. That looked fixed. That is crazy. That's like, that is like cell number 2071. Oh my God. That's so crazy. Carol, I'm so freaking happy. Okay, well, last week was Brady. This week was Carol. Let me come back out to you. Okay, Carol, I'm going to send you some cash. That was, there we have it. I can't spend too much time here. Congratulations, Carol, for being very lucky this evening. Let me come back out to you guys. Let's give Carol a hand for leaving a comment. Was your comment even good? I hope so. Okay, here I come. Let me know when you see me. Thank you. Oh, I got to get my shirt on. Yeah. Here, let's bask in Carol's name as I literally... which shirt will I put on? I'm actually putting it on right now. We will put on the... Okay, I must remove the headphones. Give me a sec. Here I come. Hair and makeup did a fine job. Here we go. I'll be out in a sec. Give me like 30 seconds to literally do a wardrobe change. Perfect. Here I come. Am I back? Which shirt did I choose? Because in the end, I chose. Oh my goodness, this is going to get a little weird. Yes. You know it's a weird thing, guys? Welcome to my final live webinar ever. We're a little over 500. You guys should come in the chat if you want to, but we're not going to even come close to 1,000. So nothing's getting locked up. Not that it matters, you're here or you're not. I want to take a breath. Congratulations, Carol Brown Earl. Fixed. Okay, now that was fixed. That appeared to be fixed. So did last week. You know what? The universe is doing some crazy stuff, y'all. I think we're going to go in that direction tonight. That there are no coincidences. Funny, eh? Last week, Brady won. Brady Theodore won. This week, Carol Brown Earl wins the money. However, granted, there was only 50 comments. 29 actually, because I replied to each. Still, it's still kind of weird. Congrats, Carol. I will send you that PayPal. Do you want it now or do you want it when this is done? We'll do it when this is done. Just like I did with Brady. Okay, so checks. Agenda. We have to stay. I know it's past 9 o'clock, guys, but the money was the draw was kind of supposed to be in the agenda. I'm being strict on myself because I want this to be under an hour. I need to give some shout outs. I need to give some overall how impressed I am with some of you. With others, not so much. That's a joke. But like, some of you are blowing my mind so much. Some of the people that are doing, let's just say in the ex-Laboom Squad. Laboom Squad is down if you haven't noticed. You should have all been ejected by now. It's something else. It's something else. It's being used for something else. We'll touch that at the end. I will drop it right now. I will give you 1 hour of everything you need to, everything I've learned in the past 5 years to earn millions. That sounds funny. How about this? Well, it sounds funny. No. Because earning 7 figures is one thing, but loving to grow it is another. I'm going to get there I'm going to cross that bridge when I get there. We must follow this. So what did I do so far in the pre-show? About me. This is also for documentation purposes. Even though this replay will not be available, is for my documentation purposes, as possibly I may do live webinars in a year again, as you saw in my video, if you were paying attention. But this is potentially my last live webinar ever to the public. Unless there's interviews, there's exceptions to the rules in that way. Who knows? But for documentation purposes, I'm so happy. Why am I happy? I should be sad. I love doing this stuff. About me, check. Invitation video, check. Giveaway $100, check. Agenda, check. Here's the agenda. My success journey, I'll do it in literally in 5 minutes. It's different from my story. It's my journey from how I got from $0 to, it's going to be 6 million in 2020. So yeah, there we go. It's pretty clear how I got there. I've got like 8 bubbles. This is the type of stuff you should be taking notes on. Some people will say, it's so vague. Don't worry. I'll give you I'll point, guide, and direct you to what you need to execute on those bubbles that I'm going to, at least I'll show you what the bubbles are. And I'm equipping you, which brings me to equipping you. Point number 2, success journey, I'll do it right now. Then I will equip you for a 7-figure income. I'll give you all the tools you need tonight, right now, for free. Then I will give you my sell anything automated and scale it blueprint. That's the money printing machine you just saw in the video. I call it the SaaS. But SaaS is generally software as a service. There's just an acronym I could think of. And I didn't want to put money printing machine when I invited you here. But guess what? Millions of dollars are going to be made. It's a money-making machine. Get rich quick, y'all. I'm only saying that because these are the things you can't say in ads, on social media, anywhere. So, yeah, this is my money printing machine. I will share with you that blueprint afterwards. Next. Then my biggest mistakes. That's going to be challenging. I would say I've had so few, but I'm still deciding which ones to share with you because, seriously, as the webinar was coming on, I'm like, well, they don't care about that mistake. Well, they don't care about that mistake. Doesn't apply to them. However, Mark, if you wouldn't have made that mistake, you'd be an 8-figure earner. You'd be so much happier and so much further right now. So do you guys want to know all of my mistakes? Look, this is sheet number 1. There's sheet number 2, and I believe there's a sheet number 3. I'm thinking we could do the mistakes in 2 ways. I'm looking at the chat. We can make the mistakes like this. I could share my biggest mistakes with you like this. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could share with you my top 7. Or I could just share all of them with you and not spend too much time on them. You know what I mean? Like there's got to be 40 or 50 of them. I'm like, well, that was a big F up, Mark. Yeah, if you wouldn't have did that mistake. But then you may look at it like, that's not a mistake. But I want you to know it is. It was for me. So I could share with you 7 mistakes, but how do I know which mistake that was my biggest mistake would be your biggest mistake? So in other words, I don't know, let me just pick one. Because I want you guys to decide. Do you want to just hear them all? Because then if I give them all to you, some of you may say, okay, that doesn't apply to me. And some of you may say like, holy crap, I never thought of that. At least you'll have them all. And then I don't have to go in depth unless you guys have questions. You know, I don't know, like what's one? Being open to romance, for example. That was a big mistake, a huge mistake. That not only set me back, but there's no time for that stuff in my life. It doesn't benefit me in any way. Or there's a lot of weird, well, there's a lot. That's an example of one. You'd be like, well, no, that's not a mistake. You deserve love, Mark. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go against the traditional grain and just tell you guys in the mistakes portion, these are the mistakes I made. You don't have to agree with everything I say, for sure, especially these mistakes. I want to attack the mistakes now, but here's what we'll do. We doing the success, and then I'm inviting you to my mastermind. I'm going to drop it. I'm going to touch it. Looking at the time. Yeah, I'm going to spend a little time on this now because I'm framing up the mastermind. I will be inviting I'll be inviting all of you. And if you don't fit the requirements, you're going to know you don't fit the requirements. You can come in as a spectator on the mastermind and you will get a ton from it, but your participation is what really matters in the mastermind. This is not everyone will be able to come in, and it's not for everyone, but I will drop it here because entrepreneurship, folks, here's one of the things I've learned. I always kind of knew it, but it's the loneliest job in the world. Who feels that way? Let's plant that seed right now. I'm going to plant my mastermind right now. And this is an online mastermind. Will we have in person? Will we meet in person? Of course we will. There's 100 of you, and that's it. And you all have your badge number. The badges are already done. What number will you be? I'm number 1. I'm the first one in it. It's called the Elite Thinkers Mastermind. That's where once the hour's up, well, I got to go fast. I'll give you all the content you need. Everything you need to move forward, to build your own automatic printing machine, money printing machine, and to build your 7-figure income. You'll have everything. Then after that, right here live, we start. We'll see. We'll see who's down for the mastermind. You're going to know right away. I'm going to be very blunt about it. Do you guys know what elite means? Do you guys know what the word elite means? I don't know if, it sounds like I'm pitching early, but I've never been this excited about this because entrepreneurship is lonely. And I suffer from Superman syndrome. I do. What is that? Superman syndrome is when you want to do everything yourself. The masterminds I went into, like Board of Authority, those masterminds, $20,000. That's the next one I'm going into, by the way. I do masterminds, but I want to do them. I want to be very selective of the ones I go into. That's where I've been getting like the Ty Lopez one or the Right now it's going to be the Alex Becker one. Like, masterminds, you are the sum of the people you surround yourself with. So the masterminds I join, I don't publicize because they're embarrassingly expensive. And I thought that I didn't think, I know what I want my mastermind to be like. I want it to be an amalgamation of great minds. I do. Thinkers. The elite thinkers. That's what it's called. Feels like I'm dropping it. I took 5 minutes because that's going to be my most exciting chapter for me. For sure. This is where family members will become family members. This is where we can actually lock the doors, bring you up on stage, and you say what the problem is in your business, and then you've got great minds solving your problem live, like in our closed masterminds once a month. But we meet every day in the private group. I told you what it is, basically, and you all have a badge number. Whoever comes in. There are 100 badge numbers. There are 100 badge numbers. There's only 100 spots. Are we going to fill 100 spots tonight? No way. No way. Maybe a dozen of you will come in tonight. Maybe. It's not for everybody. Whew, I dropped that like it was hot because that's my next chapter. Nothing's going to the public. Nothing's going live. These are not presentations. I'll get into the mastermind, what it consists of, because it's all behind closed doors at the end. Ooh, that was a nice seed. I planted a nice seed there, Marc Lalonde. Well done. My success journey. Let's do it. Oh, no, please, God, no. My Lord, don't do this today. And there it is. As sloppy as it is. This ain't my story. It's my success journey. But I must go into the story quickly. Let's time this. 5 minutes. For the people that are new here, we're on the clock, Mark. 4 seconds. I was a computer consultant all of my adult life. 18 years. Good enough. I hated my job. It stressed the crap out of me. I reverted to drugs and alcohol to numb the stress. Yeah, pretty much. And I ended up losing my job, becoming homeless, becoming a full-on addict. Enough said about that. I clawed my way out of it with the power of positive thinking, hard work, working small construction jobs, and selling protein shakes. There you go. I joined a network marketing company. I started team building. This is really fast because you have to know this is just my journey. You want details on this? I'll show you where to go in a sec. You go to thewealthytrainer.com, go to my blog, hit the about button at the top. It's an editor edited it. It's written. It's not written by me. I spoke it. They wrote it. So it's my story in like book format. I started building a team. Started making about $10,000 a month in network marketing. Left my job, grinded, worked, busted my ass up to 20 grand a month in network marketing. Couldn't break 20 grand a month. Many of you know this story. You've heard it a million. You've heard it $20,000 time, 20,000 times. Let me breathe. To break 20,000 a month, I got into online marketing, which is place ads in front of people, place weight loss ads in front of people who want to lose weight. Super easy to do. I mastered online marketing. That brought me up to 250 grand a year. Now you may say that's the same thing, but here is the difference. When I was using online marketing, I was not grinding. No, it was more passive because I was focusing like this guy right here instead. I was like, what interests should I target to? What should I say in my ad? So I was more of a marketing person than a prospector. Yeah, that's the switch that happened there. So I was still making 20 grand a month, but it was infinitesimally better for me because I could just work on focusing on ads. And I liked it better. I don't like people. I don't like people. I just don't like people in general. I don't like the humankind very much because I am, in fact, an alien, in case you haven't noticed. So, I mean, I make myself like people because there are benefits to liking people. Some people. And there you go. I'm a weirdo. So when I found online marketing, I'm like, I could be myself and people can like me and I could like everybody on a video. I love you all, by the way. Everyone here in the chat, I love you all. I could start naming you off. I love you all because it's different. Yeah, I'm a friggin' weirdo. How much time? 3 minutes 35. I spent 2 minutes on me being an alien and not liking to mingle with other human beings. Very nice, Mark. Very classy for your last live webinar. From online marketing, I got personal branding in there, which would be me taking the product, me saying how much I loved the product. And when my face caught on, I started saying, well, this is how you make a video. This is how you place an ad. This is how you place a Facebook ad. Have you tried Twitter? I'm generating 100 leads on there. Once I started doing that and branding myself, I jumped up to 400,000 a year. It was friggin', I'm going to relish. I'm going to bask in it a little bit. Because as I'm telling you guys, it wasn't long ago. I had $72 in my bank account. That's a Ty Lopez lad. That's a Ty Lopez line. I'm just studying on how to make really good ads right now. I did not have $72, but it wasn't long ago. I'll never be able to say that line again without saying that I had $72 in my bank account. It wasn't long ago that this happened, guys. So as I'm going through it, I remember that, man. Like when you start making 400 grand a year, I remember that. And then I got really drunk and I got back on drugs and I didn't lose it all though. That's the freaking crazy part. Because once you're good at marketing, I did clean myself up. For the record, I'm clean and sober. It's been a very long time now, but that was the second relapse. When I was making $100,000 a month, that's when I relapsed. That's when I was clean for a while, then I crumbled. I did. I don't know if I should have shared that, but that was last summer. I crumbled last summer, last August. Okay, there we go. Surprise, surprise. From my personal brand, this is important because how did I go from 400,000 to 7 figures? This is what you're going to get tonight, guys. This is the first piece of content. How long? 5 minutes, 52 seconds. I'm 1 minute up. Let me wrap it up. How I went from 400 grand to over $1 million a year, 100 grand a month, was I taught other people to do it. I opened up my little ditty. I opened up an online school, y'all. It was called Branding. It is called Branding YOUniversity. We are talking about that tonight for the Mastermind members. You guys know I got an offer for branding. Who knows? I gotta take a squirrel. I'm taking my squirrel pass. It's like a hall pass. Hey, do I get a squirrel pass? Can I have one squirrel pass? Who knows branding? Who has anything to do with branding? Branding YOUniversity. Branding YOUniversity. We have a lot of friggin' members, guys. If you think Branding YOUniversity is not in business, it's very much in business. It's only $20 a platinum partnership and they come in every day. $20 on top of $20 on top of $20, it adds up. And even if they're only trickling in a couple per day, that gets the attention of VCs, yo. I never tied the word startup with Branding YOUniversity with startup. I guess I had dreamed it, but I had taken a lot of wrong directions with that university. Let me tell you, a lot. And now that I'm getting, I got an official offer on paper. Yeah, multi-seven figure, which now, because that happened, I obviously, my focus I looked at it again and I'm like, holy schnutz, We're getting that many people. Just $20 platinum partnership. We haven't updated those courses in how long. Funnelless Funnel is still kicking ass. That thing I use every day, immortal content. So no wonder the people that are going in, they're just signing up through one running ad. They're signing up at Branding University, and I'm getting a lot of, I checked the inbox. It's got no one checking that inbox. And it was like, where are your Sunday webinars? I tried to register for your Sunday webinar. I'm like, holy shit, I got to update that thing. So with that being said, something big's going to happen with that. And why did I bring that up? Because that's how I broke 7 figures, multi-7 figures with the original brand, with the current Branding University. We'll talk about that for the mastermind people. We're doing something with Branding University, and I need you. I need you. Would you like some shares if we go public with that thing? I can build that with an exit strategy in mind now. I got woke. I got woke when people started, when investors started, well, when I got an offer, first of all. Okay, so much for my 5 minutes. I started teaching others, and then today, what am I focusing on? That's my success journey. What I am focusing on today is my TrifeXta. I call it the TrifeXta. I also call it the money printing machine. I also call it the SaaS. Sell anything on automation and scale it. That's where I am today. That's where I am today. That's what I'm working on. Because once I get that sucker in place, the sell anything and scale it, sell anything on autopilot and scale it. Once I get that in place, guys, I could put anything in there. Branding University, a product, a protein shake. I could put anything in that system. And that's what I'm sharing with you next. That's where I am today. That's my success journey. This is why I'm getting off of live webinars like this. I'm not doing them anymore. I will focus on the SaaS and attending my mastermind and contributing to my mastermind once a month and every day. We'll have a private group. I'll be in there every day. This is my only home. It will be my only home away from the public. Like no one, people are going to think I disappeared, except for my weekly content, when in fact, it'll be me and a couple of people. I say 100 people. I will be shocked if a dozen of you, we're over 500 people. We're over 500 people. There's only a couple of hundred chatting it up right now. Maybe 300 of you I could see actively chatting. But I know there's people in the back. I know some of you are the people that I think that are going to come into my mastermind, the elite thinkers, are probably not going to be the ones. I'm excited that a stranger in the back that I've never met comes into the mastermind and blows us all away. Because I have to get my Post-its. Where did I put them? Because I got to find the Post-its. They're important. Because OMG, you guys are geniuses. I'm so proud. I see the brain power in when Laboom Squad was a thing. I see the brain power in there. And I'm like, I can't wait to mastermind with some of y'all, some of those people. What else did I put? Oh my God, I worked so hard for this. Apparently not. All I did was ramble. And here's the big one. If you find yourself here today, don't stop. You're going to, should I pat down? No, I'm happy. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm flowing. I love this. I will revert to the agenda again in a sec. I just want to say this because if you feel like quitting, you're going to feel that every day. And once you get the process down, specifically sell anything on automation, personally brand yourself. I could go on and on and on, but we're about to share my screen where I equip you with all the tools so at least you have something to run with. If you keep going and just keep going and just keep going, this is where your dreams, whatever they are, can come true. because it comes down to personal branding yourself, online marketing, audience building, and selling stuff on autopilot. It's a beautiful world, okay? Don't quit. I don't care if you follow me or not. You won't be you'll be able to just consume my content. I'm disappearing off the face of the earth. So just don't stop. It's kind of fun, isn't it? Would you admit? Is it fun educating yourself, learning new strategies, making videos, stepping out of your comfort zone when it sucks? Once you do it, you're exhausted, but you're also relieved and you're also proud of yourself. Isn't the journey kind of fun? A little bit? When the money comes, it's almost like, no, I was going to say, it's almost like you had the money all along because you were happy, but no, it's not true. When the money starts coming, you're a whole lot happier. You're actually, it justifies. It justifies all your hard work. But are you also working hard? Are you doing the right things? On that note, if I don't move on, this will be a 2-hour webinar and it cannot be. No. So now that's my success journey, where I was, where I am today. And now I will equip you for a 7-figure income. Who would like? What if I told you I'll give you everything you need to hit a 7-figure income? Let me know, please, when you see my screen. We're switching over. Right now, you're getting everything you need to reach a 7-figure income, something I've done many times over again. Now I'm at multi-7, but what I'm giving you, all the training I'm giving you for 100% free right now, it's all there. Let's go digging, okay? Let me know when you see my screen, please. Okay, are we on? Tappity tap. I will reload this page. It is more than a blog. Now I have a question for you guys. I told you I will equip you with everything you need to reach a 7-figure income. Been there, done that many times over. We'll do it many times over again. This is everything I've ever done, and I'm going to ask you guys a question. Thank you. You can see it? Scrolling on my blog right here. Yeah? Okay, first thing I will say is that my little pitch, my little selfless pitch, is that my about is right here, so you can check out my entire story if you don't know who I am. That's my selfish plug or selfless plug. It's my plug. Read my whole story there. Done. One more little plug, and my other plug is if you go to the blog or the homepage, every single Friday, I will have a new piece of content. It will come out as the featured post, and it will be added to the top of this list of blog posts. So if you want to check out my new content, since I'm not doing any more live stuff, this is where it will be. And when I say no more live stuff, this is the last one tonight. Okay, there are my two pitches. They're called shameless plugs. That's what I was trying to say. Those are my two shameless plugs. And let's do one more shameless plug. You can connect with me on any single platform here, any podcasting platform. These are all connected to all of my platforms. Done. 3 shameless plugs. Let's go. Would you like the simple way or the complex way? What a question. Watch how fast I do this. I could show you the complex way. This is distracting, all these videos. Let me just go here so there's no moving videos. I can show you the complex way to find what you need. There are 600-ish pieces of content on this website. There are webinars, there are shows, there are life hacks. There's so much stuff, it is overwhelming. Would you like me to show you every single spot and every single category that you could browse through till you're blue in the face and not find exactly what you're looking for? Or would you like the simple way to get exactly what you need? What if you need to build a business? Or what if you need to work on your automation? Or what if you need to create an income from home or work from home? Or you want to learn how to syndicate? What about specifically on how to create quality content. You want some videos and some blog posts and some in-depth webinars on that. Wouldn't you like to just find what you're looking for when you need it? The answer is yes. You can browse through and have fun with my stuff and make this your second home. That would be amazing for me. But what I want to do tonight is I want to equip you with what you need at your specific point in business. I've taken a lot of approaches throughout the years. As a matter of fact, if you go to blog and scroll down, it will take forever, like to load up. Well, we could do it. As a matter of fact, let me do this as I talk to you. No, I'm not going to do it. It's going to take forever, and I don't want to spend much time on this. But if you were to scroll down to the bottom of this page, it will go to video number 1 in 2015. And they are all in order with the dates on every single blog post. So you will actually see my whole journey there. That's not what I wanted to say, but at least you know how to follow my journey if you're at a certain point in your career and you're like, I wonder where Mark's been his second year into the game. Please don't look at those videos. They're horrible. But if you were to say that, I say that all the time. I don't look at what Sam Ovens is doing now. I do, because I feel like I'm almost at that point. But when I tried to dissect Sam Ovens's stuff 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I was lost. I had to look at what Sam Ovens was doing when I was at that. Okay, that's enough, Mark. I could go on. This is my life's work over the past 5 years. You see that button right here, search? See that button? Search? That's the button you need. That's it. Whatever you type in the search, you don't even have to put enter. You will get all of the results, kind of like Google. Let's type in content for fun. I'm not even pushing enter. It's searching. There we go. It's going to list out whatever. Then you could shop from here for free. These are all my these are not just articles, by the way. Why is tactical, practical content strategy the most powerful of all? If you click that, I'll open it up in a different tab. You're getting a full-on strategy here. Like, I mean, I don't skimp out on my content. So there it is. You get the text of what this training is. This is all free, by the way. You get the full video. Like, I mean, it's really in depth. That's just an example. Let's go back. I just typed in content. Content on the go. Content, reverse story stitching. Warm-up session. Populating the perfect blog post with content. Optimize, finalize pillar content. Create compelling content. Grow your audience by syndicating your content across 50 reactions, 200 comments on one LinkedIn post in 24 hours. Create nurture content. Create acquisition content. My immortal content framework. New free mini course release, Content Machine. That's a great course, by the way. The 4 content creators winners. Watch me create 12 pieces of content in less than 1 hour. This was an amazing training. The secret content that you're missing. This was an epic training too. 7 steps to getting started with content. What is story stitching? 7-day So, and that's only the first page. So all of these trainings are absolutely free. And if you're asking yourself, will this make me $1 million? Yeah, it will. You have enough on here to make you way more than $1 million. So I just typed in content. Let's type in something else. What about business? I'm not pushing enter. It'll load on its own. There we go. Articles on business. Not articles, full on training. A lot of it's mindset too, because I was stuck a lot of times. If business sucks, look in the mirror, ask yourself one question. How business and life is like an ollie kickflip. The 2 things every business needs to do daily. Go for no and completely transform your business. Business success, it also includes the interviews that I was featured on. This was a great one. Success in 1 hour per day with Good old Sadie Calamaco featuring Marc Lalonde. That's a full-on interview. It's really intense. How to succeed in 1 hour. I could dig. You probably will dig. Let me close that. I don't want it to load. It's going to take forever to load. Let me type in a few more keywords. I don't know, what may you be looking for? Work. Let's look up work. Just the keyword work. Work from home, maybe? How I do the work of 6 men. 7 years of working from home. How one dream and one workout turned me into a beast. What's your big reason why you're working so hard? Work your butt off. Just working my leads live, okay? So you guys get the idea? That search page right here is gold. It's everything I've ever done. Let's type in audience for fun. What does that bring us? Let's see. Audience. There we go. Thousands of new audience members per blog post. Oh yeah, this will go on for a lot. Ferraris, pixels, and custom audience. Oh, that was a good one. See, I'm getting excited. Oh, this is a good one too. I should rewatch my training on this actually. I do that a lot, guys. I come here and I forget how to do stuff and I'm like, okay, I need to set up immortal content again. How do I do that again, Mark? I forgot. I do all the time. Let's look up some more ambiguous stuff like syndication. That's a big one. Whoops. You got to be in the field. What will that bring? Yeah. Sure enough. There we go. What else? Mindset. What will that bring? Oops. Not minded. How being open-minded. When you stop typing for too long, it picks up whatever characters you have. So if I put MI, it'll return whatever's millionaire, you see? So that's something to keep in mind. Mindset. I could probably get the enter function in there, but I don't want people to have to put an enter. The less keystrokes, the better. There we go. You may miss out if you're not open-minded. Okay, guys, that's it. You'll find everything you need to get to to travel the path that I've traveled. You're going to see a lot of stuff that will be very irrelevant to you, I'm sure, of course. But I think my headings are pretty clear on what I talk about. Yes, you can go up here and click here, and then you'll get a real overview with all the cover arts in one spot. So this is a good visual representation of everything. But if you're just generally looking for nothing in specific, sure, you can do that. And then you'll find all the blog posts here. You'll get used to navigating it. It's extremely simple. The navigation here is abnormally simple. Wouldn't you agree? Like it's all there. But this will be your favorite button, the search button. And hopefully you come to the home page every Friday and see what I put out. There you have it, guys. That is me equipping you. Let's go back to the search. This button right here is me equipping you for a 7-figure income. And some of you may be upset. Some of you may be happy. I hope you're happy. All of the paid stuff I used to do in the past, almost all of it, brand resume is not going out in chunks. Like there's certain courses, Pinteresting results, no friggin' way. I don't want anyone to know that stuff unless they buy the course. Octo content model, there's a couple of modules, they're going to come off here. But in general, aside from like 3 really intense flagship courses that I will be selling a ton of, Octo content model, brand resume, and Pinteresting results, and my new course that I'll talk about later, it's the money printing machine. Those I won't put on the blog, but everything else I've done and I used to charge for in the past, they're all free on here, guys. This is a serious library. Okay, that's enough. 10 minutes. That's what was scheduled. We're actually 12 minutes rambling on about this, but this is really, I'm so proud of this. I'm so proud of it, and I'll be so proud of it as it continues to grow because the content does evolve and does get sharper and better as I move forward. Okay, here I come. Let me know when you see me. I'm coming back live to you guys there with my face. With my face and my hair. Here I come. On my back, please. On my back, please. It's all there, folks. So, how are we doing on the checklist? Oh, I'm going to do another drop, another seed for the mastermind. Like I mentioned, every Friday, there will be new content being dropped on The Wealthy Trainer. Please let me know if you can see and hear me in the chat. That'd be amazing. I am looking at the chat. I don't know what you're telling yourself right now. I don't know if you're saying, well, that's just his blog. It's not just my blog. You can actually go to the first video I've ever done. You won't want to watch everything. There's too much. But as you scroll up, yeah, from the bottom up, you can use the search. But if you scroll from the bottom up, you see when I was making nothing. You see me move up to 10 grand a month, 20 grand a month, 50 grand a month. When I hit 100 grand a month, something that's important here is that I lost my way with substance abuse, and I kept making 100 grand a month. And that's wild. That's amazing. That's crazy. I am sober, clean and sober, for right now. That was a joke. I don't know. People are like, are you going to be clean and sober forever? I go, well, you're asking me forever. For right now, it's going very well. I've been clean and sober for a very long time now. It's actually, I want to make a piece of content on that. I probably will pretty soon. How your brain, I'm just checking it off. Okay, so we're up to here. How your brain never ceases to improve when you are off alcohol and drugs. It never stops. It never stops. Like the first week depending on how bad you are, if you are. But completely sober, I'm talking absolutely zero alcohol and absolutely zero drugs. Not even marijuana, like none. Well, not counting energy drinks or tobacco. I vape. I occasionally vape. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about drugs, or alcohol. Your brain gets better and better and better, and it never stops getting better. I'm getting a little bit frightened. I'm like, okay, it's a little sharp there. I'm looking at things that my entire life I never would have noticed. And I'm 50, 48. Well, who's counting? Okay, next. I give you my SaaS blueprint. You guys ready for the blueprint? But first, let me drop the mastermind again, because after the blueprint, my biggest mistakes, I'll just tell you what they are really quick. All of them. Okay? I'll tell you what they all are, and you can pick and choose from there. Fair enough? Is that cool? Some of them you may not agree with, and some of them you may say, but that's mindset. It's all friggin' mindset, yo. Not thinking big enough. Mindset. Stop playing victim and take responsibility, even if it wasn't your fault. Mindset. Shall we? Shall we? Why don't we just do that now? Get it out of the way, since I'm here and I'm feeling it. Mistake sheet number 2. The biggest mistake. First, I got to drop the mastermind. Helen Keller once said, what did she say? What did Helen Keller once say? Here I am. I'm trying to sell the mastermind when at the end of the day, all you're going to hear me say after I share with you my mistakes, I will do that in less than 10 minutes, my mistakes. I'm looking at the clock. And then I will share with you the money printing machine. It's a diagram, and it's what you need to, there are 3 skills that you need to work on. And do I have them mastered? No. Do I have them pretty good? Yeah. But if you know what those 3 skills are, you're working at the right things. Would you like to know what the right things are? There are 3 things, and I'm going to sketch them out for you. You will not say that is vague. You will say like, holy crap, that's what I should be working on. And you need all three of them. See, now I'm tossing up mistakes. Seed of dropping a seed for the mastermind is I got to do it because that's what it all comes down to. If you want to keep hanging out with me, it's not about that. It's about me growing as well. I want to get the great thinkers together behind closed doors and make magic. Create magic. I want you to come with your issue in our mastermind, which will only be a few people, and we live. The masterminds will always have 6 people tiled, hosts, presenters, what do you call them? Panelists. We're going to take turns sharing the screen and working together. It's not me presenting. I'm getting off my soapbox. Helen Keller once said, alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. I've been doing stuff alone. And like I mentioned, the masterminds I've been getting into, the thing is, they're so expensive, but that's what I got out of them. Will mine be expensive? No. I'm Marc Lalonde, yo. It will not be expensive. If you're thinking, oh my God, I wonder if I could afford that. I've been getting messages because I've been dropping the hint. Who sent me a message? I must have got 50 messages. How much will I need for your mastermind? I want to start putting money aside. Like, don't worry about it. No, it's not. I'm not charging thousands of dollars. I will though. I'm bringing in some people tonight for a 1-year commitment. You come in for a year, you get one of the badges. I almost want to show you now, but I don't want to jump the gun. There are 100 badges. Show me your badge. What's your badge number? There are 100 memberships. 100. I'm just going to show you. Tease you a little bit so you stick around to the end. If it's something you'd like to join. It's called the Elite Thinkers Mastermind. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go through the whole process. But I'm very proud of the badges. There. I don't know if you can see that. I'll show you real quick. Then we're going to get into my mistakes. And then we're going to get into, there we go. There it is. Elite Thinkers Mastermind. How cool is that logo? And then it says connecting the entrepreneurial dots. And there is your badge. ET001. There's 100 of you. There will actually be official elite thinkers. How cool is that? I'll turn the light back on. We'll go through the mistakes. And then I will share with you the sass. I knew I'd be dropping it a lot. I could keep going about the mastermind. I'm so pumped up about that. That's how I will let out my energy. That's where all my energy and focus will be going, on that. And I'm going to be a student too. Sometimes I talk to some of you guys and gals and I'm blown away. I could name some of you right now that are, if you think I'm smart, you're so much smarter than me and so much better than me. All you need is to connect the entrepreneurial dots. You guys know so much stuff, most of you here. But you know this, you know that, you know that. You just need to connect those dots. Once you connect to the dots, your knowledge on webinars and your knowledge on video and your knowledge on sales, you may just have 2 connections that need to be made, and there's your $1 million. To make $1 million, all you got to do is sell 1,000 products that cost $1,000 to put stuff into perspective. It's not hard to make $1 million. But if that's something we discuss on one of our masterminds, you can bet your ass, that by the end of that mastermind, you'll have so many dots connected. And what's beautiful about the mastermind too, is that, I want to say some names because I think some of you may come in. There's some of you that are so smart. There's some programmers here too, by the way. I know who you are. I know the technical gurus that are in the chat right now. I can't say any names because I don't know if you I don't know who's going to come in. That will be up to you. But connecting your own dots and your own entrepreneurial dots in your mind is one thing. But when different elite thinkers are in the same place, throwing around those ideas live and creating a 101th mind, there won't be 100 people. Maybe a dozen people tonight, maybe. This would create a 13th mind. It's like a collective mind. That's what masterminding is. So once you connect those dots, we will create magic. In Elite Thinkers Mastermind Group, we will create it looks pretty good there with the delay. There will be $1 billion idea born in that mastermind. I'm saying it now, hold me to it. You won't see it if you're not in a mastermind, obviously, but $1 billion idea will be born. One of the elite thinkers are going to have $1 billion idea based on the masterminding taking place. Okay, that was a seed. I planted it. I'm okay with that. Now, biggest mistakes. Let's go through them quick. I say that, but I don't know, man. Mistakes are mistakes. I know we're going to be over time. Playing victim. Don't play victim. Take responsibility. That was my biggest mistake. I kept playing victim, victim, victim. I'm going to go a little bit unfiltered. I was in a lead system, my lead system capture, MLS something, a long time when I started, MLSP. And I started marketing in very aggressive ways, everyone came to me. When people Googled My Lead System Pro, they'd find me, they'd come to me, and they'd sign up under me, regardless. Everyone that would look up MLSP, whether it was on Twitter or they would come to me because I had very aggressive marketing methods. Fair enough? Yeah, something like that. We'll put it that way. And I got ostracized. Is that the word? I was, I see I'm saying too much. I played victim. I said, oh, why can't I come to this event? Why can't I do this? Why can't I join this? I was supposed to create the Twitter course. I was playing victim. While I was playing victim, same with Facebook, except Facebook I didn't play victim. See, I don't want to go too long on these victim things. All you're doing is you're slowing down your progress when you play victim. There is nothing good about playing victim, even if it wasn't your fault. Facebook shutting me down was not my fault. I didn't play victim very long, and I've quintupled my business. I don't even want to tell you how better my bank account is and my life since I've been off Facebook. I'm back on Facebook now, and I don't even want to go on it because it's been robbing me. It's been robbing my time. It's been hindering me. I've grown so much since then. Enough about that. Don't play victim. Mistake number 1. Don't complain. Don't point fingers. Mistake. I was doing that in the beginning. I don't anymore. That was my first mistake. Mistake number 2, allowing negativity into your realm. It seems obvious, but it's not. It's not. Negative people come in different forms. Negative people come in forms on your timeline. Negative people come in forms of your friends. Negative people come in forms of your family. Ditch them all. Ditch them all. Bye-bye. Gotta go. I'll spend some time with you, but I'll put on my happy face just because you're family. Sorry? Not sorry. Providing support is a really strenuous thing. That's another mistake I did. I was acting as the help desk to my fans and followers too much in the beginning, and that slowed me down. I would look into Chelsea, look into a virtual assistant, look into a real assistant if you can do it, look into Zendesk. That's the one I'm looking into now. It appears that may be the answer to everything, like the number 42, Zendesk. Z or Z-E-N desk. And then, of course, masterminds. Not learning, another mistake is not learning enough sales strategies. Focusing too much on branding and marketing, but not focusing on sales. I focus on sales now. Grant Cardone is kind of my boy for that department. Hard sales, selling. Selling is not about gift of the gab. Selling is a strategy. Selling is a technique. Selling can be learned. Selling can be studied. Selling it's a strategy. When I say urgency, scarcity, and a reason why, for someone that doesn't use those 3 points when selling, well, it doesn't matter how good their gift of the gab is. You can have someone who's a dry speaker if they say, well, we only have 1 copy left and it's 90%. If he uses those strategies, the sales skills, mistake. That's mistake number 5 so far. I did not study sales enough. Not personal branding, not online marketing, Facebook ads, sales. Sales. That's another mistake. Next mistake, not being everywhere, not being omnipresent, not syndicating to 16 platforms. My biggest, one of my biggest mistakes was saying, I'm going to get good at one platform and master it. Okay, granted, that's a good idea. Very good idea. However, while you're doing that, get out on all 16 platforms, or at least 8. Just get out there. But nobody's seeing my stuff. It doesn't matter. Just get out there. Because one day, when you're on the Tea with Gary V show, and he says, what's your Instagram? And you're like, I don't use Instagram. Or, do you have a podcast? I was thinking of starting one. No. You want to say, my Instagram is this. And when they go to your Instagram, you have 300 Instagram photos. Doesn't matter if there's likes on them. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. What matters is that you've been regularly posting to all those platforms. And don't worry, magic does catch. Big mistake. I just focused on Facebook. Oh, we're really throwing in the mistakes. And that was page number 2. Let's go to page number 1, shall we? Not talking to myself. Now we're going to get weird. We're going to get weird, but I must tell you my biggest mistakes. When I want to hash something out, when I want to say, do I want to let 100 people in my mastermind tonight that I'm about to do for you guys? Or do I want to make it unlimited? Do I want to charge money or do I want to make it free? Do I want them to have to jump through hoops and follow a qualification and qualify through a qualification form, or don't I? These decisions are I get to the I decide these things through talking to myself. Yes, I can mumble, that's okay, but I don't have to. I live in my own place. So I openly speak to myself. And I openly ask Marc Lalonde. I go, yo, Marc, what's up? I go, what's up, bro? I know I'm talking to myself, but what do we do? How are we going to do this? I used to do it to God. I still do it to God. I still say, God help me, my Lord, all the time. But when I ask myself, I do it to my iPhone. Many of you know this, selfie talkie. I wish I would have done that sooner. So now when I'm stuck, if I do it on my computer, for Pete's sake, I go, Marc, come on, think a little bit there. Snap out of it. Stop looking at all those Instagram girl pictures. Snap out of it. Come on. Okay? There you go. I'm excited about that one. Mistake not talking to myself enough. Cuckoo. Not cuckoo. Not listening to the little people. That's a weird one. Not the little people, the less experienced people. Not listening to the less experienced people according to what I thought. This is once again why this mastermind is not only going to change lives, we're going to become the elite gang of misfits is what we're going to become. I wasn't paying attention to people who made less than $1 million, yo. How much you make again? What's your car like? I could get into that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna leave that one there because I'm really listening to the little people more and more, because dots are being connected. I know this, I know this, I know this, and I know this. What I'm saying is, I know how to do webinars, automated webinars, pretty awesome. I know how to do videos. I'm doing one right now. I'm not scared of it anymore. I know how to do this. I know how to sell pretty darn good. I do. I know how to do certain things. But for me to, like my protein bar company, I don't know how to do that stuff. I'm learning about what the trends in ingredients are to create a keto bar and a vegan bar and a muscle gain bar and a fat loss bar. The person who's teaching me that makes less than $1 million a year. But I'm learning so much about that, and I need that for building my protein bar company. So I wouldn't have listened. I would have said, I'm only listening to a formulator who makes $1 million a year. You know what I'm saying? That was another one of my mistakes, not listening to the little people. Not doing date night. Date night serves me incredibly well. I'm not going to talk about mounting the manicore, as Alex Becker says. I'm not physical. Date night. Date night. I've had moments in time where I skip date night once a week. Usually it's on Thursdays, y'all. So tonight you're my date, all y'all. Seriously, date nights has helped me incredibly. It always has. There was a moment in time with all these no fap videos and all these like saying sexual energy it's physical relationships take away your energy, your creativity. That's BS, y'all. They add to it, if anything. They add to it, but I'm not even going to talk about that. All I'm saying is, when I'm involved in a intimate relationship, once a week, I perform better. It gives my mind a break. Its biggest mistake is not having a leisurely activity. I should have probably said that, but it's much more than that, because I like the whole GFE, the girlfriend experience, all that stuff. Not doing them. Have them, do them. The mistake is not doing at least one date night per week. There you go. I told you they were kind of tailored to me. Next one. Not sweating in the morning. Are you expecting these? Breaking a sweat in the morning. I do it on my, like I got a recumbent bike there in my main area. We're like booting up a computer. I like sweating in the morning. It changes my whole entire day. I stretch and I sweat. I'll leave that at that. Sitting too long. Sitting in my chair too long. I should be standing up. That's another mistake. When I sit for hours on end, as a matter of fact, I should probably get myself some kind of Fitbit. Sitting too long is not good. It's a mistake I've been doing. I work 16-hour days now. I had to cut down the hours. Sitting down too long is another mistake. What's another mistake? Oh God, they go on and on and on and on and on. Let me see if there's one that jumps out. Not having a mastermind. Oh my God, this is a big deal. Actually, you know what? We can close this up on this. Not having a mastermind, because now I can show you my money printing machine. I'll draw it out for you. This is all I'm focusing on. And this is what I'll be bringing to the mastermind as my contribution. And a bunch of other stuff. I'll answer a ton of questions. We'll get to that in a sec. But not being in a mastermind regularly, I do go to some, but, well, you'll see. That's another mistake. Having Superman syndrome and not being open to listening. Not asking for help. There you go. Not asking for help. Who's been following me for a minute on this webinar? Who's been following me for a minute on this webinar? When I say a minute, I mean a long time. How often have you heard me message? How often did I personally message you and ask you for help? I'm asking you in the chat. How often have I done that to you personally? I need your help on something. I probably did. I sometimes I'm desperate. I work alone, yo. It sucks. It sucks. It has its benefits, but when I'm stuck, I asked for help a couple of times online. I don't like doing it. It's crickets most of the time because of social media. But if I was in a mastermind, I'd be like, okay, guys, everyone, I need help on this. I can't figure this out. My mindset is stuck. Why can't I get my ass off the chair or whatever? Does anyone here, can I get help here? That's a mastermind. Boom, boom, boom. We all work together collectively. That's what I need now. And yes, I need it, and we're going to make it happen. Is that enough mistakes? Hold on. Being open to using social media to sell was a mistake. Yeah, I like funnels and automating it. Using social media to build rapport, big waste of time. I wasted many years on that. Once again, I like collecting leads through videos, building an audience from there. One-on-one conversations, waste of time. Coaching, waste of time. All this stuff can be automated. These are my mistakes. I wish I would have known earlier. Or some of these things you have to do in the beginning. Yeah. Okay, that's good enough. We got to move on. Oh no. Yeah, we got to move on. Okay. I could go on and on. Mistakes tend to be negative, but you guys know that I'm not being negative here, right? Okay, here we go. Let's talk about my SaaS. My sell anything on automation and then scale. I got to take a pee-pee break. I do. I got to take a pee-pee break. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a picture of Tiger Woods up, okay? If you need a bathroom break, I don't want to rush through this. It will take about 15 minutes. This is the machine, the money printing machine. I said it. I'm going to say it again. The money printing machine. This is the blueprint. Alex Becker calls this, I'm going to try to give credit where credit is due, because there are many minds that I would extract it from to be able to know what to work on. Before I go take my pee, I'm just going to put a Tiger Woods picture up, or I could leave the background up as is. No, I'm going to put a picture. I'm going to put a picture up. It's like, God, that takes Mark very long. Do you feel like you're working very hard, but you're not working on the right things? Please say I in the chat. So who said this the other day? Someone said this the other day, and it was very impactful. I don't know. It was someone. It just stuck with me. They said, it was the guy who did ConvertKit. The CEO, they're up to 10 million a month now. What's his name? I'm sorry. No, it's just because he said, if you know what to do, then it's fun to do the work. If you know what you need to do and what you need to learn, then it's easy to wake up and say, I'm going to work and I'm going to put 2 solid hours today or more, because you know that those things are the things that will get you there. But knowing what those things are takes so much friggin' work. People say, just tell me what those things are. But unfortunately, they're not available. They're different for everybody. I'm going to give them to you right now. Here are the 3 things you need to master. 3 things. Well, Mark, I want to learn this. Do they fall into these 3 things? Because if you master these 3 things, and I will draw them up in bubbles, your game, you can sell anything on autopilot. Here's the example I'm going to use. This is why I'm putting up Tiger Woods. Golf. You need 3 things. Correct me if I'm wrong. Who plays golf? You don't need to play golf to know that you need to know how to drive a ball, you need to know how to chip, and you need to know how to putt. Or you suck at golf. Am I right? You need the trifecta. The trifecta. The triple threat. You'll never go pro in golf if you're a good you drive the ball eloquently and accurately, and then you chip it like a champ. This is pretty cool. Chip it like a champ, but your putting is the pits. Know what I'm saying? You need all 3. That was really cool. That's funny. That's funny. That flowed off the tongue. Your putting cannot be the pits, even if you chip like a champ. We need these 3 things that I'm going to share with you. I can tell you what they are right now because I'm going to do a quick pee. And then we're going to come back and time me. Even better. I'm not even going to use the Tiger Woods picture. I'm just going to go. How are we doing on time? I could just keep going and hold it in, but that doesn't work for me. I'll just tell you what they are. Traffic. You got to have the skill to drive traffic. The next thing is your website. And the next thing is your product. Traffic, website, product. We'll go into detail what those mean. We'll go into examples for each. And we will go into the examples, the real examples that I'm using. Okay? Fair enough? Let me hang the mic. I'll be right back. Should I leave anything for your viewing pleasure? No, I'll be right back. I'm back. No, there was no cut in the screen. Hey guys, I'm back. That was real time. How was it? Was I fast enough? Had to wash the hands, because it is coronavirus time. Got nothing to do with going to the bathroom. It's because it's coronavirus. How are we doing? Am I good? Are we back? I haven't left, Mike. I haven't left. I mean, we're live. Did any spirit orbs appear while I was away? Anything weird happen? No? We're good? Hi. It's going to be a real bummer. I was just thinking of this. There is no replay of this. And did you guys get any use out of those mistakes that I've done? Did you have any aha moments? Like, did it wake you up a little bit maybe? Did you maybe say, who was trying to take notes as I was talking a mile a minute? Let me know in the chat. Would it be of any use to you, value to you, if only the people that are on now, I'm not sending a, would you like me to leave this replay on for 24 hours and then we take it down? Would you like me? Because I don't know, those mistakes, some of them may resonate with you. And some of them may actually help your career, and you may say, you know what? I will spend less time on social media and maybe focus on the trifecta, the triple threat that Marc's going to illustrate here. You guys want it, eh? The replay for 24 hours? Do you want me to send it to your email? No, I'm going to put it in the chat right now. We're streaming on YouTube Live. Here's what I'll do. I'll think about... No, I can't send it by email. I said I wouldn't. Look, I'm going to put it in the chat right now. All I got to do is go like this. All I got to do is go like this. Copy and paste. You're going to have to copy the link because I don't want it said. Like, if you're not here live, tough. Okay? I don't want to send the replay out by email and then people don't get... I'm about to let some of you in a master... Some of you are about to come into the Elite Thinker Mastermind. And I want it to be from people who get first dibs because you get a badge number. And the badge number carries a lot of clout. I'm number 1, ET001. The first person that comes in tonight, you are literally number 2. That's your number. And the one after that is number 3, all the way up to 100. Like I said, I hope to God, for everybody's sake, that at least a dozen people come in. We'll see. You know what's beautiful about this? It doesn't matter at the end of the day, because it's not about, it's really up to you, this one. This is what I love about it. You're going to know based on what the requirements are. You will say, that is me or that's not me. I'm not going to go through it now, but elite. I'm going to go through it when I share my screen. Elite. It's a noun. A select group that is superior in terms of ability or qualities to the rest of society. That's the elite. That's the definition. Do you see yourself as elite? Do you see yourself as, if you don't feel you're elite? I got news for y'all. You are. That's within. Everyone's elite if they want to be elite. It's in you. Number 1. Number 2, thinker. It's a noun. A thinker is a person who thinks deeply and seriously. Make no mistake, I fart around, I play around, I joke around. But when I think very seriously. Elite, are you an elite thinker? Then we go through the requirements. We'll go through them in a sec. I'll just share with you. I want to share with you the TrifeXta, the 3 skills you need to master. But do you have the individuality? Do you have the courage? Do you have the patience? And do you have the goodness? And if you feel you have all of these things, then I'd like to invite you to come in tonight. Okay? If you feel you have none of these things, you're just in it, if you're not in it to change the world in some way, shape, or form, it's probably not the mastermind for you. Because we are thinking really big. We are thinking unreasonably big. We are thinking uncomfortably big. We're thinking so big, it's in terms of billions of dollars and billions of lives changed. That's how big the elite thinkers think. So, there is another seed I just planted. Here we go. Biggest mistakes, check. Did I move the tripod there? We're good? We're good? Biggest mistakes, check. So, I give you my SaaS blueprint, and then you have everything you need to, you have it all. The last thing is my goodbye, and those of you, you know, what did the Beatles say? You say goodbye, and I say hello. Hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello, elite thinkers. So we'll be saying hello in the Elite Thinker Mastermind. I dropped it nicely. I'm really happy with the way I planted those seeds all event long, right for the end. Now, I'm going to draw this on a new sheet of paper, okay? We want a big one? Yeah, we want a big one. My bum didn't show there. Eh? Did my bum crack shoulder? I hope not. Too big. 3 things. Thing number 1 is traffic. Whoa, my mic. Thing number 1, skill number 1, to have your trifecta. Like I said earlier, it's like comparing to a golfer who is only good at driving the ball or chipping or putting. You need all 3. You need the triple threat. Alex Becker refers to this as a skill stack. No, I don't like that Sharpie. I like this Sharpie, so I'm going to use this Sharpie. TrifExta. Excuse me. Why do I call it TrifExta with an X? Because X is the math variable where you can drop anything in and that's the product you could sell. It sells anything. That's a little creative creation of mine. Instead of the trifecta, is the TrifExta. It just sounded good, and that's not going to be the name of the course when I do, in fact, create this course. And as you will see, the course that will be created, as I'm drawing, I'm talking. The course that I'm looking at the chat too. If you guys want to just ask me anything while my head is looking that way and I'm drawing, go ahead. As you will notice, everyone who's in the Elite Thinkers Mastermind, everything I've ever done is yours for free, and everything I ever will do will be yours for free. It's good. Everyone's going to get spoiled. We're all going to contribute to each other. This is going to be crazy. It's going to be a whole other level. Traffic, number 1. Please draw a bubble. I will show you just like this. Just like this. Traffic. 3 bubbles. Second bubble, sales. I said website earlier, didn't I? This trifecta, this triple thread is actually, everything we do is a means to this end. And the end is to sell more stuff. That's what the end is. That's what the end result is. It's to sell more stuff. As a business person, entrepreneur. It's not you want to personally brand yourself because you want to sell more stuff. 99.999% of the time. You want to learn online marketing because you want to sell more stuff. You want to have awesome capture pages and capture leads because you want to sell more stuff. You want to build an audience because you want to sell more stuff. That's the end. That's the promised land. Would you agree? You want to sell more stuff? You want to sell your stuff. That's what everything is for at the end of the day. So let's get to it. You need traffic, you need sales, and you need a product or service to sell. Agreed? That's it. These are the 3 things you need to learn. How to drive traffic, how to make sales, and how to and have a product or service. Now, let me get into details here. Specifics of what each of these areas look like. It's the triple threat. It's the triple threat. Some people are good at traffic. Some people are good at sales. Some people have an amazing product. But if you don't have all 3, your business will fail. Or it will be a heck of a hard road. Do you hear? That's the machine. Now let me get into exactly what I mean by traffic. Traffic means people going to your thing. That's it. We're talking online here, okay? Traffic is traffic comes from if you've got a shop, a business on a busy street and there's a lot of traffic. That's where it derives from, okay? So traffic for us is an ad or organic. So organic would be attraction marketing, personal branding. People watch your video, you capture them. That's organic. If you pay to be in front of the right people, that's paid. Two kinds of traffic. Let's break it down right now. Organic and paid. It's a long webinar, eh, guys? It's okay because I hope it's okay. I hope I don't lose some of you that want to come into the mastermind and you have to sit through this. But this, like, I don't want you to be like, oh, it's too long, I gotta go, it's over an hour. I'm sorry. This has to be said. Because now that I'm focusing on these 3 skills, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, I'm living pretty well, but if I master these 3 skills, I got them pretty good, and I'll show you how good I got them. But you can never be too good at each of these skills. I'm weak in some of them. I'm stronger in others. I will be a master in these 3 skills. Once you're a master of these 3 skills, you know what to work on. First of all, traffic, sales, and product. Let's get into it. Organic and paid. Because right now it's still, as I go on here, it's going to become less vague and more specific. So sales, here's what I'm doing. Under traffic, I want you to write this down. It's really important, guys. Traffic, you have 2 kinds, organic or paid. For sales, I want you to draw 3 arms there. 3 arms. For sales, you have a sales page. You have a call. You can talk on the phone still. Or my favorite, a webinar. All these things must be mastered, but not all of them, any of them. I choose paid traffic and organic for long term, but I'll tell you what I'm working on now, my machine. These are the options that I'm laying in front of you. Sales, it can be sales page. Now keep in mind, a sales page is not just a sales, not all sales pages are created equal. Not all webinars are created equal, and not all sales calls are created equal. That's why I say these are skills. There are people that are good at these skills. There are people that suck at these skills. There are people that are exceptional at these skills. And then there are people that are just good at traffic, just good at sales. See what I'm saying? These are the 3 skills. This is everything. You can take any business. If you're good at these 3 things, X, whatever X the product or service is, if you're good at these 3 things, well, you're indispensable. You could build any business. It doesn't matter what the business is. These 3 things. Sales page, call I'll put, and then I'll put webinar. One box, 2 box, 3 box. Okay, so that's what the sales skill looks like. Product or service. Okay, I'm going to rifle off a 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll give you 6 of them, okay? 6 options. Product or service, how will I do this? I will go like this. I'm doing this, and I'm drawing 6 boxes here, okay? I'd write these ideas down because you may have never thought of this. Number 1 would be consulting or coaching, if you like to do that kind of thing. Number 2 would be a a Shopify store. You can go right directly to a store, Shopify. That's what I'm using for my protein bars, by the way. So Shopify store would be your own product. So product. So the product, because now we're in the product or service. That's product/service. I put consulting or coaching. Then I put Shopify store for a product. The days of building your own shopping site are over. I used to do that for like a lot of my old businesses back in the 2000s, but now my Shopify store is just like, what? Really? Why would I even think of programming? And I'm a programmer, and I'm like, thank you very much, Shopify. So that could be the product or service, but still I have to engineer the product, the protein bars. So this is where we're going to go into Amazon FBA, fulfillment by Amazon. That's another option. Now, Alex said this the other day. Yes, Alex Becker's my new one of my new favorites right now, along with Sam Ovens. But Alex said, everybody's looking for a recipe. Everyone's looking for the magic formula, the magical thing. Amazon FBA, is it Shopify or is it consulting? That's the thing. That's the thing to make it these days. Maybe it's SaaS, a software as a service. Maybe it's selling info courses. That's the thing. That's the magical thing. That's the thing that will work. Maybe it's being an affiliate. Maybe that. They all work. They all work. They all work. Every one of them works. The question is, are you applying the TrifeXta to all of them? Are you driving traffic to a sales page or a webinar or a call that sells the product? Are you doing these things? This will work on its own, just like your putting being the pits. I hope this is really opening up what to focus on. You're not focusing on the Shopify, yes you are, or the consulting, yes you are, but that's the product leg. You must also focus on the traffic and focus on the sales. You need all three. Amazon, SaaS is another one, software as a service. Next one is info courses, which would be courses, information, digital courses. Info courses, I'll put digital. The next one would be affiliate stuff. Amazing. Yeah, maybe I'll put up the recording in the... I didn't even put it in the chat, did I? Let me copy paste the recording in the chat. So that's what we have here. Now, let me put boxes for the product service. This is your TrifeXta. These are the skills that I will be working on. This is the money printing machine. Let me get a little bit more specific, and then we could open up that mastermind. I'm super excited about that. This is what I'll probably be talking about a lot. Everyone's going to bring their own flavor to the mastermind for sure. And everyone's got their own forte, their own skills, their own ideas for sure. And we're going to see that we're going to see the inception of new ideas collectively. A lot of collabs and partnerships. Who knows, there may be some billion-dollar businesses being created like collectively. We may say, hey, let's all own 10% each. Something like that. You never know. It's going to be a lot of friggin' brain power in that thing. Whoo! Now, here's what I am working on. What is my traffic source? What are my sales? And what's my product? Here's my money printing machine. Would you like to hear what I've chosen to focus on? These skills apply for everything, yes, but I will be focusing on paid traffic, on the YouTube platform, the pre-rolls. You know what pre-roll ads are? I'm writing it all down, then I'll show you. Pre-roll ads with like the skip button there. There we go. If you guys have a camera phone, I hope you're taking pictures. There's a lot of stuff here. This is what Marc Lalonde is focusing on. Getting my traffic on YouTube, not Facebook. YouTube with the pre-roll ads with the skip button. I'll put myself in front of certain videos. Now, I told you what I'm working on. Do you understand why these are called skills or threats, triple threats? These are called skills because that's a friggin' skill. That's not just like, tell me what to do and I'll do it. I just told you what to do. Now go do it. Good luck. These things take skills. When someone said, you should try YouTube ads. Okay, try. How? Where do I click? What do I put in the ad? They are skills. They are skills. So if you're working very, very hard and your wheels, you feel like your wheels are turning, I don't feel like that. When I put in a 16-hour day, I don't say, what did I work on? I say, that was friggin' tough. I learned like 3 things about YouTube ads today. Like what kind of heading I should use, and that I can actually put my pre-roll ad in front of a specific video. I didn't know that. Then tomorrow I'll learn something else about YouTube ads. So, and then something else. They may be little days, they may be big days, but the hard work I'm putting in, I know is towards a skill. Every day I'm getting better at this. Make sense? I hope so. Focus on these skills. These are the only 3 skills you will ever need. It doesn't matter. I said it before and I'll say it again, what the product or service is. As a matter of fact, there won't be much being said here because I'm going to do it with several of them. But let's go to the sales. I told you what I'm focusing on for my paid traffic. Will traffic roll in and tinkle in, but through Facebook? Will it tinkle in through all my other 16 platforms? Yes, it will. But for me to scale, I want to master YouTube ads. That's me, okay? For the sales, I'm all the way webinar. All the way webinar. And what do? I do automated webinars. So they are pre-recorded and I run them to look live. So out of those 3 options, they all work. I'm choosing webinars and I'm choosing to automate them. And I said I'm going to focus on YouTube for my paid ads. I will be focusing on a Webinar Jam software. And no, I'm not putting my affiliate link. It's not what this is about. This is about pulling back the curtain. And is Webinar Jam a skill or is it just a software? Ooh, it is a skill. It's a software, but you can be skilled at using and being creative with that software. Cheers. But you can only get so good at it, Mark. No way. You can get super good at it. And I think I'm one of the best at it. I do. Because I can spend 3 hours on Webinar Jam figuring out how I could use it creatively. Let me give you an example. Should I go? I could go on forever. Hey, I'm just going to say this because it does fall into the mastermind. I was a computer programmer. Was I the best programmer in the world? No. Am I the best programmer in the world? No. Am I an amazing programmer? Not even. Not even. What makes me good is that I'm a creative programmer. There's only so much syntax a specific computer language has. Just like there's only so many words in the English language. But how you place those words in poetic ways makes it more beautiful, efficient, and profitable. Copyright. So the reason I'm saying that is because when I learn these skills, sometimes you may know the whole skill, but Why are you still working on that and learning on that, Mark? You know it all by now. I may know it all, but what I can improve on is how to use it all in different ways. Does that make sense? You can never know it all, because when you know it all, that's where artistry comes in. And you could literally 10x your sales by being artistic about it and using it in different ways. Of course. I went on about that. And the digital course I'm going to use, I'll just go digital course like this. I'll put a little cloud, and I'm going to sell a lot of brand resume. And I'm going to do it with other products like my protein bars, all that stuff. Everything will fall into this TrifeXta, this skill stack, as Alex Becker calls it. So you see how I put brand resume? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have YouTube ads targeted, put before Gary Vaynerchuk videos. And then once they see those YouTube ads, they will be invited to an automated webinar. Some of you saw the beginning of a little chunk of it this morning before this started, this webinar. So I have a pre-recorded webinar that sells brand resume. I have a YouTube ad that's targeted to a specific niche. It invites people to an automated webinar. I only have two hands and this is a big page, and I don't have a pointer that's long. I'm using both my hands. Use your YouTube number one, YouTube ad. Then it goes to my automated webinar. Then in the webinar it sells my digital product brand resume. That is a money printing machine. It just says. Is it working now? No, it's not. It's kind of loosey-goosey. But when it actually turns $1 into $2, why is it loosey-goosey? Does it make sales? It does. But my ad spend right now is more than my profit is not enough to really put a marker on it. And what do I mean by a marker on it? Because when people register for my webinar, it goes into an autoresponder, like their name, and in the autoresponder, they get discounts on the brand resume. So if they don't buy it that day, some of them buy it later on in the autoresponder sequence. So my data is not concrete yet. I just started this one. It's kind of like a funnel. So once I know how much I put in and how much I get out, I could put a lot more in. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that machine, the shell of it, there it is. That's my money printing machine. That's all I work on. These three skills. Get good at these three skills. Did we cover everything? We covered everything. I'm very happy with everything. The only thing I'm not happy with is the time. I'm a little bit like that. I was going to say that guy who's leaving and doesn't want to leave, and I'm kind of like that guy who's I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say, I'm kind of like when I used to like a girl in high school, and probably still today. When I like someone on the phone, I'm single. I still talk to women on the phone. Rarely now. Let's go back 10 years, 20 years. Mostly high school. That's when it was really bad. That's when it was bad. You couldn't hang up. You hang up. No, you hang up. No, I don't want to leave. No, you don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. You hang up. That's how it feels right now. Kind of don't want to leave. So what I will do is I will say, it's been an amazing 5 years. I will also say this. All of my 5 years have been documented. So I made everything available pretty much on thewealthytrainer.com. So for me, it's really nostalgic. I love looking back on some of those videos. I'll just scroll down, I'll randomly pick a video, and it's pretty emotional, pretty cool. So everything's there for you guys. If you ever miss me, you can go check me out there, because every Friday I release new content. It just won't be live like this. Thank you for coming out. Now, now, I would like to introduce you to the next thing I'm doing. But unfortunately, it's not for everybody. It's my mastermind. It's called the Elite Thinkers Mastermind. I've planted enough seeds. Let me give it to you in a nutshell. I'm going to share my screen. You know why I'm going to share my screen for this, guys? Because it's built a bit like a sales page. I'll go down it fast, but it's built like a page. And yes, all the 100 of you are listed at the bottom. All the 100 of you are listed at the bottom with your number. There will only be 100 of you. There's only one person now. It's Marc Lalonde. Who's going to be number 2? Who's going to be number 3? If there's only 2 of you that come in, that's okay. I thought about this for a very long time. I'm like, should I make the requirements tight or loose? First of all, let me tell you what it involves. You don't even know what it really involves. I'm going to share my screen because I did take a lot of time on this to explain what it is we're doing in this mastermind. This is not a webinar. This is not where you'll come in and Marc Lalonde, okay, we're going to teach this today. This is like, I want to say a name, John Smith. There we go. This is where I go, John, you're up. Let's talk about what you're working on. Let's talk about what's going on with you right now. Let's fix things. It's almost like a Toastmasters. Who knows what that is? I hope so much that some of you come in. And if none of you come in, I'll be there by myself. That's fine. There will still be 100 spots. Here's what's the beautiful thing about this. I'm in no rush to fill those 100 spots. I am in no rush to fill those 100 spots because I know that in a year from now, everyone who's serious about being the elite will want to be an elite thinker. Will want to be in that mastermind. I know masterminds that are almost impossible to get into right now. I know them, and the limits are 100. As a matter of fact, I was really trying to get ideas off of some leaders that have 100 limited masterminds. Russell Brunson has one. It's 100 people. It's called the Inner Circle. I got a lot from him. Russell helped me out a lot, actually. Russell Brunson helped me out a lot on this one. He did. He did. As a matter of fact, he credits his success to his 100-person mastermind. A lot of his success. No doubt. No doubt. Who's interested? Put it in the chat. Before you even know what it is, I kind of gave you an idea of what it is. But let's talk. Let's make it happen. It's been a slice. I'm sharing my screen. Final webinar. So, to most of you, I say goodbye. You can stick around to see if this is something that may interest you. Or you can just stick around. Stick around. I'll wrap it up quick. The reason, here's what I was saying. I'm not aggressive on this. I don't want people to come in that don't want to come in. I don't. If we will have a bunch of spots open. Look, we're less than 1,000. We're less than 500 now. Well, 600. We're less than 500 right now on the webinar. So out of 500, there's not 100 people that are coming in. No way. No way. Like I said, we'll see if a dozen of you come in. We'll see. Let me know when you see my screen. Let's go there now. Okay. Please let me know. Okay. Can you guys see my screen, please? Elite thinkers. Please let me know in the chat. There's the big seal. Your big badge number. This is your badge number. There are 100 of you. I'm going to take a breath now, okay? That was a heck of a webinar today, I think. I'm really happy with today. I was a little bit scattered. I was a little bit excited. I was a little bit anxious for tonight, to be honest with you. But now, I'm actually going to chill because Under normal circumstances, what do you guys think of the logo? Do you like it? Do you guys like it? I love it. I love it. I love it. It's a brain, in case you haven't noticed. It's supposed to be a brain with connecting the dots. And it's elite thinkers, mastermind group, connecting the entrepreneurial dots. I'm thinking of maybe putting ... We can rethink the logo. And you know where we're going to rethink the logo? Within this mastermind. Because we're bringing all our businesses to the table and we're helping each other out. You know what I got to do right now? And I want to do this. I could ramble on about how excited I am about this. I really am. But before I go through the requirements, who wants in? Who wants to be one of the 100? Don't think of the money. It's not about that for this. Who would be interested? Just put it in the chat. I want one of the 100 badge numbers. And I want to be in on this thing. You don't even really know what it is yet. Look at the scroll bar on this sales page. It's okay, we'll go through it super quick. But you have to understand what you're getting into here. Elite thinkers. First thing I want to do is I just want to look at the definitions. I did not write them. Elite. It's a noun. A select group that is superior in terms of ability or qualities to the rest of a group or society. Oh, no, I didn't. Did I say that? Hey, I just copied the definition, y'all. Thinker, noun. A person who thinks deeply and seriously. Now, before you go crazy and say, I want to be one of these people, you do want to be one of these people. There's no doubt about that. I want to be one of these people. I am one of them. I'm the only one here. And I think this is where I will have my best growth. I believe this is where my $1 billion idea, I have quite a few of them. And I'm sure you do too. I know you all do. But this is where it's going to get refined and criticized. And I want that. And I will criticize yours as well. We will all criticize each other's in a constructive way. Whoa! I'm really getting really pumped up here. So what I'll do is I have to kick it off with a 10-minute video. And you know what this video is? This is where I relax. Now, just tell you why I relax here. Because normally I want to sell at the end of a webinar. This time, I'm not too concerned with it. Money's not going to be the issue, as you will find out. And it's literally going to be a situation where the first ones that click, get your PayPal ready. There is a small fee. But if you think you're going to jump in on this, here's how it's going to work. I'm going to scroll to the bottom of the page. Just right now, you'll notice that these buttons don't work. That's because I haven't activated them until I will. And I will do that in a few minutes. When I'm done speaking to you here and telling you what you're getting into for the following year. This is going to be, we're looking for serious thinkers here, elite thinkers. Let me just say that if you're trying to click on the Join Now button, don't worry, I didn't say the small fee, and it is a small fee. It's almost insignificant. But this is not supposed to work right now. All I need to do is push something here, and then it'll work. So nobody knows right now how much it is, and nobody knows what it entails, and nobody can click the Join Now button. So it's okay. It's okay. It's supposed to be like that. I will unlock that button in a second here. Give me 15 minutes, because I have no pressure to sell this right now. We only have, there they are. The 100 vacancies, 99. Okay, so I'm going to go up here. These numbers will be assigned based on who gets in the order you come in. In the order you come in right now. So literally the first person to come in tonight, the first person when I say go, to click that button, make their small payment. As you'll see, it's nothing. The first one that registers in the PayPal will be assigned seal number 2, ET number 2. Third one, and number 3, number 4, so on and so forth. And once we hit the 100, guys, that's it. It's over. It's over. You're all committing for a year, by the way. If for those of you who come in tonight, like I said, I think probably a dozen of you are going to step up. I don't know. Maybe you don't. I don't know how your belief in yourself is, but we're going to go through the requirements, okay? So before I do that, I have to share with you. I have to. It's mandatory. It's mandatory for you to hear briefly from Mr. Brandon Turner, Mr. Napoleon Hill, Mr. Russell Brunson, Mr. Jack Canfield, and Mr. Jeff Rose. These are people that are, they're leaders, they're legends, some of them are historical figures, Napoleon Hill, for example. But these are people that have a little something to say about the power of masterminds, and I'm just going to share that clip. What I did was I literally went on YouTube because I've been thinking about this for a very, 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 very long time. I thought about it back years ago with Firestarter. I thought about it with Branding YOUniversity. I thought about it for a long, long time. And now I know what I want it to be. So let me roll that little video. I think it's 10 minutes long. They each speak for about, a couple of minutes each. Then I'll come back out to you and let's see if you do, in fact, feel that this is a fit for you for the following year, and if you feel that you have the elite thinker requirements. We'll go through these after the video clip. Here we go. I'm plugging it in right now.
You know, I often say the secret to success all boils down to two simple things. Number one, know exactly what it is you want, and number two, hustle until you get it. But people are funny, aren't we? Many of us haven't actually decided what exactly we want, and even if we have, we often struggle with moving the right things forward consistently. Weeks and months go by and we get down on ourselves for not making progress. This is where a mastermind group comes in really helpful. And in fact, you'll see in a moment, research in the field of psychology has actually shown that a mastermind group could increase your odds of your goal being met by 78%. What is a mastermind group? Yes, I know there are organizations out there that charge you tens of thousands of dollars to join and they call themselves mastermind groups, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like small, intimate, self-regulated groups of like-minded people coming together because they want to mutually help each other reach new levels of personal success. Humans have been actually helping each other grow since like the dawn of civilization. I mean, even the Bible talks about the concept when King Solomon says, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another.
This principle of success is called the Mastermind principle. An understandable definition of the mastermind is this. It consists of two or more people who work in perfect harmony for the attainment of a definite purpose. It is the principle through which you may borrow and use the education, the experience, the influence, and perhaps the capital of other people in carrying out your own plans in life. It is the principle through which you can accomplish in 1 year more than you could accomplish without it in a lifetime if you depended entirely upon your own efforts for success.
All the most successful groups of people throughout time have had a mastermind group. Think about King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. You think about my group people, the funnel hackers, like the Illuminati. That's actually probably a bad example. But all of us have a mastermind group of people where we get together and we share ideas, thoughts, passions to be able to get something even more successful than where we are today. If you think about it, they always say that you are the average of your 5 closest friends in terms of how much money you make, how successful you are, the things, the vision, everything you're doing is all based on the people you're surrounding yourself with. And the right mastermind group can elevate you to the next level. It gives you foresight and vision of what to do next. It's kind of like Wayne Gretzky. He said that the reason why he was so good is not because he knew how to find the goal, it's because he knew where the puck was going. Because he knew where it was going, he's able to get there before everybody else. And the same thing's true in the mastermind group. You figure out the vision of where you're all going collectively, and you get there before everybody else. Other other amazing benefits are you get some amazing collaborations. Your best partners are typically inside of your mastermind groups. One of my favorite things is it's actually the best way to learn. It's way better than our traditional education system. Here I'm learning from people who are in the weeds doing it every single day as opposed to people that read theory about it in a book. Who are the right people in the room? Who could actually complement each other? Whose ideas, if they were shared, would actually help the group grow together as opposed to competing and kind of tearing the group down. If you let everybody in, you have no idea what kind of crazy people can get into your room and destroy the whole group from the inside out.
All I'm saying, they're gonna get I'm just, knock, knock. Who's there?
And so you always have to have an application process to get somebody in to make sure the right fit for the group you're trying to build. You have to be protective of your family, of the group you are building. Multiple times I've had to kick people out because they weren't willing to share or they were takers and not serving the group as a whole. And so you have to be willing and okay with actually kicking people out. You have to cap how many people are inside of the group. As it started to grow, I decided I was gonna cap it off at 100 people, which was the smartest thing I did. Two things happened. Number one is it kept people in. People didn't leave because the group was finite and they didn't wanna lose their spot. So if somebody's in, they're in. As soon as the spots are filled up, no matter what happens, we do not sell more than our 100 spots. At that point, the group is locked out. And that way, it keeps the family atmosphere because as everybody keeps re-upping year in and year out, that family gets tighter and tighter and everybody collectively as a whole, all their companies, all their businesses all grow together and you see a bigger impact amongst the people you're serving when you cap it and keep everybody within, as opposed to having Mastermind where new people are coming in and out every single week, every single month, and every single year. If I'm completely honest, at first it was kind of boring.
But what I wanted to talk about tonight is kind of a broad overview of the whole internet marketing business.
And then I realized one of the secrets is if you run a mastermind group the way you run school, the way you run college, what happens is everybody falls asleep. A lot of times there's new people coming in, so I explain how it's gonna work and kind of set the tone for the day.
Welcome to Inner Circle, everybody! So excited to have you guys here today.
Immediately after that, then I transitioned into the biggest takeaways that I've gotten since the last 6 months I've been here. As a facilitator, I want to make sure that I'm always bringing the best, the newest, the coolest stuff to share with them, stuff they wouldn't see anywhere else. They're not going to see it in a product course or online anywhere else. It's just the stuff that we're seeing behind the scenes, and I just open up the curtains. I give them everything that we're doing so they see exactly what we're doing so they can then take those things and implement them back in their business.
So being the first isn't the key, but it's like understanding how to actually design and execute on a category. And when you do that and you become the category king, then it's almost impossible to beat you, right?
Then we break down and we have each person gets a chance to get up on stage and talk about their business. They have a chance to share their story and then give anything that they've got, that they've learned inside their business, any of their big takeaways, their big ahas, the things that are working the best for them, they just give those to the group. And one of the biggest rules is you always provide value first before you ever ask for value back in exchange. So after they provided as much value as they can to their group, then the last 15 minutes they transition, and this is where they get to ask the group for help. Here's the things they're working on, things they're stuck, things they're not sure about, things that they're thinking about doing, they want feedback from the group before they actually do that. But we don't hold things back. We tell them exactly what, not what they want to hear, but what they need to hear. We give them actual proof and validation of, hey, we tried this in my business and it didn't work. We saw it over here and it didn't work. Instead, you should be doing this. Sometimes it's brutal. Sometimes people's dreams and visions and plans, we kind of destroy them, but afterwards we rebuild them back up and give them the foundation they need to actually move forward. So that way when they go back home and they start running, they're running in the right direction. There's nothing worse than running, doing everything right, but you're running in the wrong direction. And so we course correct, we get them on the right path and make sure they're running towards the right target. When they do that, they get to where they're trying to get to a lot faster. And that's the goal of the Mastermind.
I'm Jack Canfield. Today I want to talk to you about the power of the Mastermind Group. You know, one of the most powerful tools ever used by successful people is called the Mastermind Group. Napoleon Hill first talked about mastermind groups in his classic book, Think and Grow Rich. And it's the one concept people most reference when they credit any one thing with helping them become a millionaire. Andrew Carnegie had a mastermind group, so did Henry Ford. In fact, Ford would mastermind with brilliant thinkers like Thomas Edison and Harvey Firestone and others in a group they held at their winter mansions in Coral Gables, Florida. They knew, as millions of others have discovered since, that a mastermind group can focus special energy on your effort in the form of knowledge, resources, and even spiritual energy too. So while you must always do the work of becoming a great success, a mastermind group can harness and maximize the spiritual focus behind your success. Now, what's an example of how this works? We have probably seen bumper cars at a local theme park or a carnival. And this life force is similar to the web of overhead cables that link all those bumper cars to their energy sources. And while you may be a single bumper car, you have a cable going up that connects you to the greater source of energy, which provides the power you need to move forward. And in the same way, Mastermind is both that power coming to us from above, but also the power that comes to us from each other when we mastermind together. And together, we know more and can focus more energy than any one person can do alone. Now, my first mastermind group led to the sale of the first Chicken Soup for the Soul book and the Chicken Soup for the Soul television show with Vin DeBona. I was literally in a group with about 6 people, and when we came up with the chicken soup idea, we didn't know how to sell it. And so we had gone to a number of publishers and shared our book with them, and everyone was turning it down. And someone in my mastermind group said, "Are you familiar with the BEA, the Book Expo America?" And I said, "No, what is that?" They said, "Well, it's the American Booksellers Association annual meeting, happens to be in Anaheim this year. If you could go there, all the publishers come at the exhibit area to sell their books to the bookstore owners who are having their conference to see what the new books are in the coming year. And they also have editors there that could acquire your book." Now, had I not been in that mastermind group, I never would have heard about that. So Mark Victor Hansen and I went to the ABA meeting. We took 30 copies of our book. We went around from booth to booth to booth to booth to booth, getting more and more and more and more rejections over the course of several days. But on that last day, we talked to Health Communications, gave them a copy of the first 30 stories of our book. They read it. A couple of weeks later, they called and said, "We want to publish it." That book went on to sell 10 million copies in the US and 17 million more around the world in 50 languages. And being in that mastermind group and having access to someone else's information, someone else's resources, etc., allowed me and Mark to get our book sold. Perhaps it never would have happened otherwise. So the reality is mastermind groups are very, very powerful. Now, going through the process of participating in a mastermind group, you too might find yourself in a whole new role as a teacher or an advocate or a coach of sorts, leading people in the group to resources, ideas, and new thoughts that can help them. And that's what professional trainers and coaches do every day. And we really want to encourage you to start acting more like a trainer and a coach in your life, because the more you serve others and empower them, the more they will serve you back and empower you. We always say, the more people you help, the faster you'll get to where you want to go.
One of the things that sucks the most about being an entrepreneur is that when you're trying to achieve a goal that many people can't relate with, you feel alone. You have wins that you want to share. You have frustrations that you have nobody to go to. You feel like there is no one that truly understands your situation. How do I know that? Because that's where I was when I started my entrepreneurial journey. And I was already in some good coaching programs, and these coaching programs showed me tools and resources that I really wasn't familiar with. But in these coaching programs, I was still missing something. And that something was having a core group of people that I could go to share my frustration, my struggles, help me identify areas that I was stuck in. And I knew that I needed something, but I just didn't know exactly what that was. I was finally introduced to what a mastermind group was. And when I joined my first mastermind group, I recognized that's what I was missing. That was the one thing that I needed to push myself to the next level. So I was attending one of my favorite conferences, and keynoting that year was Pat Flynn. Now, if you don't know Pat is the founder of Smart Passive Income. He's got an amazing podcast, an awesome blog. He's also crushing it on YouTube right now. And during his talk, he was talking about some of the principles that led to his success. And one of the principles that he mentioned was the power of his mastermind groups. Now, remember when I heard that, and I remember thinking to myself exactly these words: I need to be in Pat's mastermind. Now, I didn't know if there was an opening. I didn't know if Pat would be interested. All I knew was I had to ask. So after he got done with his talk, I met him out in the lobby and said, "Hey, Pat, I would love to be in your mastermind group. Are there any openings? What does that look like? What does that entail? How can we make this work?" Now, I can't exactly remember how he responded at the moment. All I can tell you is that I was accepted into his mastermind group. And I was able to mastermind with him and some other amazing people for the next 2+ years. And I gained so much value from that mastermind group that I can't even measure end result. And that mastermind group led to so many amazing things. And I recognize the power, I realize the power in mastermind groups. And I think if anybody is looking to achieve some amazing success, that wants to achieve some amazing results, you have to surround yourself with the right people. Jim Rohn has the amazing quote that you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So why wouldn't you want to circle yourself with people that are challenging themselves, that are not satisfied with where they are right now? They want to be better, they want to achieve better, they want more. And that's the power of a mastermind group. One other thing I want to talk about mastermind groups is that sometimes free wins are great. If you can find people that are on your level or maybe a few steps ahead of your level that are just really committed and dedicated to wanting to grow, like that's awesome. But what I've also seen that a lot of free mastermind groups that eventually they fizzle out because life, kids, family, your goals change, your vision change. You know, maybe they're just something that you want to change about, you know, what you're currently working on. But what I've seen with free mastermind groups that eventually, like, they will fizzle out. Now, one of the things with my mastermind group, I didn't mention this, but it is a paid mastermind group. So these guys, I wanted to skin in the game. You know, with Michael Hyatt's, with his group, you know, that was a pretty handsome fee. You know, that was $25K that I dropped. Now, that was a bit mastermind, some mentorship group. I mean, there's some similarities, definitely some differences. But if you find the opportunity to be in a paid mastermind group, there's just more commitment. And I know a good buddy of mine, he was in this other group and he pays, I think, like $300 a month in one group. I know another guy who's in another group and he's paying like $300 to $500 a month. But there is power in that. Like, especially for you, like if you're not truly committed to being in a mastermind group, like if you just like the idea, you like the concept, like, oh yeah, that sounds like fun, eventually you're probably going to quit. But if you're paying $300 a month to be in something, like, you're committed. And also, you know that everyone else that's in that group is also committed because they're paying a good chunk of money to be a part of that mastermind group. And that's what you want. You want people that are committed. You want people that are willing to show up to be there, not just for their own sake, for their own personal growth, but also to help you out. That's the whole point of the mastermind group. Is, you heard the expression, maybe you haven't, iron sharpens iron. You want people that are willing to help you step up your game because you take pride in seeing someone else achieve and experience success. Like, that is the ultimate power behind a really, really good mastermind group.
Okay, am I good? Am I here? Am I scrolling? That's pretty awesome, eh, guys? So, who's my new family? I wonder who my new family is going to be. Now, I got a couple of notifications here about the Laboom Squad group still being up. I'll tackle that in a sec. What I want to do right now is I'm just really intrigued to see who's going to come in tonight. It's pretty awesome. We've got 582 people. Did that go up? If you're new, if you just popped in late, guys, what I can do is, I did paste the YouTube link to the live stream, right? Earlier? Let me know in the chat. I did paste it, just the link. You want me to copy and paste that link again? Because what I'm going to do is, there is no replay of tonight going out. Let me know if you see my screen, if you see this scrolling up and down here. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to put the replay. It's not a replay. It's just the YouTube live stream before I tear that off, because I literally have to put it as private, not unlisted, so it's not accessible, of tonight. I'll leave it up for 24 hours because, I don't know, I was just going to say, if we don't fill up the 100 spots, wouldn't that be crazy? Like, we've got almost 600 people on right now. Wouldn't that be crazy if we filled up the 100 spots right now tonight? That would blow my mind. It would blow my mind if 25 people came in. This is a big deal here, guys. I'm going to try really hard not to sell it, but I want you to understand something. When I'm selling it here, I'm exciting myself. I'm exciting myself. I'm excited for it. It's like I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm excited for this closed. I think I'm mostly excited because it's super closed. So let's see what it entails of, okay? Shall we? Here we go. Elite thinker requirements. Now this seems long, but I will read quite fast. When I say these are requirements, here's what I mean by that. I want you to ask yourself, is this me? Is this who I really am? Because if this is not who you really are, you'll probably waste your time in this mastermind, okay? And because it's so inexpensive, you'll see. Do you like the way I ended off that last video with, what was it, Jeff Rose, talking about $25,000 masterminds? I did that on purpose. But you'll see. It's Marc Lalonde here. I'm not charging a lot of money for this stuff. But if you don't feel you're a good fit for this, because it's so inexpensive, you may say, well, I'm going to go in anyways. That's okay, but, well, I guess that's why we have 100 spots. I really hope this speaks to you. Let me read it fast. Individuality is number 1. Number 2 is courage. Number 3 is patience. Number 4 is goodness. I don't know, this would be a long mission statement, right? Every member will have to memorize this verbatim, word for word, and you will be tested every single time we meet. And if you screw up one word, you are out. They should have put dry sense of humor. Here we go. That was a joke, by the way. I hope that was obvious. Obviously a joke. Individuality is the quality of your character that separates and distinguishes you from those of the same qualifications and ability, especially when strongly matched. To stand out, you have to be unafraid to express your more out-of-the-box ideas and risk putting them out there. You must possess the will and fortitude to be no one other than yourself, regardless of external pressures to fit in. To be admired, you must have a strongly developed belief in your inner purpose and in the uniqueness of your mind and thoughts. Expressing your individuality means having the willingness to take responsibility for your actions. You honor your time by making complete use of it, and you respect the space only you can occupy in the world. You strive to build a sense of constancy in all things. Kind of sounds like some kind of cult movement, doesn't it? It's true, guys. This is important stuff. You all have this within yourselves. Here we go. I'll keep going. All the while, you commit yourself to being flexible enough to stretch, to grow, and to be brave. True to who you are, you do not wish to be someone else or be like someone, nor will you change for others based upon the larger ideas they promote that you see as limiting to your creativity. Sure, in who you are able to view another's criticism as a compliment to your individuality. If your ideas are targeted, then you can be certain you're doing something right. When criticisms come, you are individual enough to possess that undeniable confidence and wisdom to view naysayers as your great motivational drivers. Their doubts and negative judgments only serve to create such a motivational stirring within you that you burn even more deeply with the conviction to have your ideas succeed in the world. As you create your success from this type of emotional stirring, you can someday thank these people, maybe even offer them a check, because without their skepticism, you would not have such a deep compulsion to succeed. Okay, that would be individuality. Is that speaking to you? Does that sound like you? Just as a side note, thank God I don't read audiobooks, right? Let's go. Courage. Do you have courage? When you have courage, you are bold in making your own choices about the life you choose to lead. As a courageous individual, you live with a refusal to let anyone or anything stand in your way, not your sex, your height, your appearance, skin color, or socioeconomic background. You are deliberate in your belief in living a life without limits. In doing this, you show others how they can and must also follow this principle in their own lives. Because you are courageous, you are committed to being creative, to constantly taking chances, racehorse chances, to negotiate your path. You can't play small because it's not in your makeup to do anything but strive for your best. With a sense of courage, you have been endowed with the finest levels of determination and believe you are made strong through struggle. You know that in standing out, you will face ridicule, but you press forward anyway. While some succumb to the pressures of being boxed, as a courageous person, you stand up every time to each challenge and to each loss. You navigate your way to bigger and better levels of living, loving, and succeeding. That is courage. Does that describe you? Let's keep going. Patience. This is a big one. I feel like some kind of motivational guy. I wonder if Tony Robbins is hiring. That's crazy. I'm not the best reader, but let's keep going. I mean, let's do this. No, I am the best reader. I got to start believing in my reading skills here. Let's go. Patience is knowing that not everything you put out there will be a masterpiece. That not every idea you have will be workable. Patience is about trying for it. It is knowing the moment you put an idea into action that you are going for it. When something doesn't work, you go through a process of refinement. To perfect your ideas, you try again and again until you succeed. Patience is the wisdom of refinement. I love that line. I love that. Patience is the wisdom of refinement. I'm definitely making an image quote out of that one. Okay, it is the willingness to start at the bottom and work your way up. Patience is the ability to remain steadfast, knowing that with enough tries, you will get your result. You are successful because you have learned how to wait well. It is one thing to be driven, but it's a whole other thing to be driven through wisdom. Patience is a wise character trait built upon faith. Patience is not about waiting, being frustrated and stopping, and hoping something good will come. The successful know that patience is about working hard and trusting that your desired result will manifest in its own perfect timing. Wow, does that describe you? That did not describe me a couple of years ago. Patience. Let's go. One more. Goodness. The deeper intention of your purpose and creativity in life is geared towards the betterment of humanity. Your heart is centered, first and foremost, on being a good human being. You live with a sense of direction, pride, gratitude, and the deep desire to give and make this world a better place. You understand that in the rendering of your time and services to many, that this places you on the path to greatness through your goodness. Your authenticity is what brings you great wealth, great return, deeply felt satisfaction, a stellar reputation, and profound joy. The truly elite are other-centered and know that the surest path to success comes from helping others to reach their own success. As a good human being, you have a way of being profound without being preachy. You have a deep sense of humanity and all of its flavors. You do not judge others as good, better, or worse. You are not interested in the external, but are rather searching to find the heart of another human being. You understand not every person is a good person, but you possess the composure to be kind regardless, without engaging too much. You believe in discipline and right action, as both of these bring out the best in yourself and others. To be successful, you must compel yourself toward ideas that liberate. You are passionate about ideas that have the power to make you and others bigger, finer, stronger, more courageous, more generous, and more merciful. To be successful, you must work hard, count deeply on yourself, and strive to owe nothing. You know you are a somebody when you're both intelligent and kind. These are traits hard to find wrapped up in one person. To be amongst the elite, you must possess a certain resilience. You must be filled so deeply from within that you are naturally enthusiastic. With this enthusiasm for life, you're able to get up time and again, to keep doing when you want to stop, to believe even when in doubt. You're able to embrace failing and losing. You're aware that failing and losing only lead into rediscovering, repurposing, and ultimately finding. There is no regression in life, only constant change fueling your growth, success, and personal betterment. That's a big one, goodness. So, does it feel like I described you? Does it sound like I described you? Individuality, courage, patience, and goodness. As a little side note, guys, I am still striving for those statements to be true of me. We may be a band of misfits in this group, in this mastermind, but I'll tell you one thing. We will be elite thinkers. Now I feel like dropping the mic or something. I think I'm going to trade all this in, guys, and just start reading audiobooks for a living. What do you think? Okay, let's get into the elite thinker benefits. If you feel that I described you, stick around. We're going to go through the benefits, and then I'm going to activate that join button. So who is locking arms with me here? Who is locking arms with me for the following full year? Now this will go on probably, we're good, eh guys? I didn't read all that for nothing, did I? Is it resonating with you? It's very important. It's not like I copied this all off the internet or something. Or did I? Guys, who's locking arms with me? You know what I may do? Who wants to know how much this mastermind, elite thinkers mastermind fee is right now? Do you want me to drop you the price right now? It's for the year. How much do you think it is per month? How much do you think this exclusive mastermind is per month before I even tell you what's in it? Do you want me to do that? Do you want me to just say the price and then we'll go through what it includes? I'll just show you the list. We got full mastermind group access. We'll go through what that means. Live monthly mastermind sessions. We'll go through what that means. Do you want me to just say the price? What do you think it is per month? What do you think the monthly fee to hold on to your membership badge is? There's only 100 of you. Once I activate that button, it's a first come, first serve. At first I said, do you want to know how much? You want me to just throw the price? How much? You guys put in the chat. How much do you think per month this will be? Put it in the chat. I'll take a look. I'm going to read off, at least let me read off the two first benefits before I go through the whole list of them. And then I will tell you the price, and then I'll continue with the benefits. So the obvious one is the full mastermind group access. Let me read what it says. Full access to the Elite Thinkers Mastermind Group. A couple of things I want to put in the chat right now, guys. I'm going to put the YouTube replay link in case, because I know we're not going to fill up the 100. So that will be up for 24 hours. Let me just type that in the chat real quick. It's actually a copy and paste. So there we go. Here we go. Okay, that link I just dropped in the chat, you may want to copy paste it, come back to it. That will be up for the next 24 hours, okay? And the second thing is I'll put the URL to this sales page right now, because you're going to want to have your mouse ready on the trigger, on the button. You can scroll right to the bottom of the page, And there's a couple, this shows up a couple of times on the page. You may want to have this open in another browser or something. Get ready to join now. I don't think all 100 will fill up tonight, but this will, I just want to see who gets the top 12. I think tonight we're going to fill up 12. I'm thinking we could fill up more, but be ready. Okay. So that URL is ET. I think of ET phone home, ET extraterrestrial, because that's what we kind of are. We're kind of alien a little bit to be elite thinkers. So etmmg.com, Elite Thinkers Mastermind Group.com. Let me type that in the chat. There you go. It's in the chat. So you can go to this sales page. I had to drop those links now. You're probably reading the benefits, but the join now button is still not activated yet. So don't get frustrated. Give me 2 seconds. I'll tell you how much per month. And I'll tell you, I've gone to a bunch of masterminds. I could do this in several ways. I can price drop. I can unstack the offers. I could do it I could do it in a variety of ways to sell more of these. But the fact of the matter is, we're going to change the world. I really believe we will in this mastermind. And if I'm not speaking to you, if this is not resonating with you, then this is definitely not for you. Are we going to look at Jack Canfield? Are we going to sell 20 million books? Are one of our members going to have a book that sells, well, it's more than 20 million, it's 37. He said 20 million, then 17 million across the globe. Are we going to have a best-selling author? Are we going to have a billionaire come out of our group? Who remembers Webinar Jam when we had those 4-hour live webinars? There was only a handful of you, I think maybe a dozen of you. Do you remember when those used to go all night long? That's what this will kind of be like, but a little more structured. Let's go, Mark. I'll drop the price in a sec. After 2 bullets. Full mastermind group access. I just got a message saying that it's still the Laboom Squad. Let me check. Yeah, it's still the Laboom Squad. The Laboom Squad group will obviously be renamed to be Elite Thinkers Mastermind Group. Some of you may still have access. This should all be clean within a couple of days. Now, if you do come in and you are in the Laboom Squad, then I'll just keep you in. You won't be ejected and put back in. So if you come in tonight, you'll be one of the few. Except we won't have hundreds of people in here now. We're going to literally have a dozen. So it'll be very close to however many come in tonight. Full mastermind group access to that group. I will be active in it every single day. As you know, I'm not doing any more lives. So this will be my new home, my new family. And I will not have to feel bad, or I don't know if I'll say bad. I can really criticize what's going on in terms of your betterment. I don't have to feel like I'm hurting any feelings. I went through it all here. I went through courage. I went through patience. We're all grown-ups. We're all trying to help each other. We can tear each other apart to make us better. I don't mind that. As a matter of fact, I'm very excited about throwing a live video in that group every day, saying, good morning, my elite thinkers, what's up? All my energy is going to go in there. So there will be daily activity and a lot of it. So here we go. Connect with other elite thinkers. Collaborate with other elite thinkers. You guys are going to get your own collaborations going. There's no doubt about that. As a matter of fact, I'll probably want my hand in most of them. You get to ask questions and post freely in the group on anything. Get help from and offer help to other elite thinkers. So that's the obvious one, right? That's the group. Secondly, live monthly mastermind sessions. We're going to start with once a month. How long are those mastermind sessions going to be? Probably 4 hours. I'll be honest with you. Probably 4 hours each month. So it says, I'd like to have them more often, but we're going to start with once a month. get a feel for how that works out. Because there will be a bit of a learning curve the first couple of sessions. We're going to want to have some kind of structure. There will always be 6 people on at one time, like 6 panelists. Let me read the bullets. You get to attend live monthly masterminds. This will be on the Webinar Jam platform, so it's completely secure. No one can get in. Participate in the live masterminds. Be a panelist, moderator, or host on the live masterminds. This will be, side note, this will be a lot of great practice for you guys. Like, to be the leader. Like, I'll be like, okay, John Smith, do you want to take the show? Do you want to run the show this month? Or for the first hour or for the first half hour? Do you want to train on something? And if John Smith is nervous, that's good. It's like a Toastmasters. It's kind of like training grounds a little bit. It'll be super awesome for that. Let me keep reading because I say it right here. Teach something on the live masterminds. And where we're going to support each other and be critical so that when you go out into the real world, it's like a boot camp. It's like what do you call Navy SEALs buds or something, like a really tough boot camp where we help each other. It's like training for the real world. It's going to be beautiful, actually. You get to bring your wins and your challenges to the live masterminds. This will be another part that I can't wait to sink my teeth into. When I have a challenge, I'll bring it up. I'll be like, guys, I need your help. And it won't always be technical. Believe me, I got issues. This is the best thing that I'll experience in my life. I don't have friends. Remember, I don't do friends. So this is where I'll be able to have confidants, I guess you can say. And you guys are going to do the same. We're going to take turns, like one after the other. Bring your wins and bring your challenges. Teach something, I just said, but here's another big one. This is super exciting. We will be creating content on the live masterminds. So what do I mean by that? I mean, say John and Jane want to do a testimonial for each other or want to do an interview. Why don't we do it on the mastermind and then you guys could clip it out? Like I'll be like, hey, who wants to make some content right now? Let's just do it now together. So we're going to do a lot of content within the masterminds, especially if they're going to be 4 hours long. We're going to get to the bottom of a lot of things constantly. So there you go. These are the 2 first benefits. Now, I'll just mention, you want to know the price, right? What if I said it was under $100 a month? What if I said it was under $50 a month? Under $50 a month. What if I said it was under $42 a month? Would you be grabbing one of those 100 spots? Put that in the chat. You weren't expecting that. There's no way you were expecting that price. There's no way. If you were expecting less than $1,000 a month or several hundred a month for what we're experiencing here and what this will do for you, your business, and your life, including me, if someone said $1,000 a month, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to do the year. And well, for me, for sure, because I know what this is worth. I know the value behind this kind of stuff. It's the first time I'm running one. So if I said it was under $42, what if I said it was $41.60 per month? Would you grab one of those 100 badges right now? Put it in the chat. Would you? Want me to activate that buy now button? I won't, but that's the price. Okay? Can I continue with the benefits? I will continue with the benefits. I want to say how proud I am of the content creators. You guys in the content creators course, you guys literally, half of you submitted your content to be featured in the course. I only have 4 of you published, but all of you that followed the instructions and you are in my LinkedIn inbox, you will all be published in the next couple of days, a week. Give it a week. It's amazing. You guys took action. Now watch what happens. Marc Lalonde will be driving massive traffic to this because he's selling the courses within this school. So let me go back here. If you're not a content creator, Well, you will be one. That's included to all elite thinkers. Let me be clear here. I will be giving elite thinkers not only everything I've ever done or everything I've ever sold, everything, the tens of thousands of dollars. I'll show you in a sec. You get it all for life, for free. But everything I come out with, you will get for free. You are my children. Oh, my children. You're my family. Elite thinkers are my family now. Everybody is getting spoiled in this thing. So, content creators, you get the free course. Let me read. It is a free course featuring some of social media's brightest rising stars as they demonstrate their creative skills by doing what they do best, create valuable content that not only solves some of life's roadblocks, but also shares who they truly are. So here are the benefits. Be featured as a rising star by collaborating in the content creators course. Now, guess what? You have an extension. For those of you, about 30% of you, 30%, not half, 30% of you made the deadline. You get an extension if you hadn't submitted in time. And what's the extension look like? You have a full year to submit your best content to be featured in your own module named after you and your content topic. Now, for those of you that submitted your content, you still have a full year to not only swap what you have if you're not happy with it or if you get better, but you have a full year to have 3 of your own modules. Why am I allowing 3? Why do I think 3 are beneficial? Well, first of all, because you took action, you're a leader, you deserve 3. Second of all, because you will be an elite thinker, and I will do everything in my power to make the elite thinkers famous. Because I'm getting a piece of your pie if you're building $1 billion business. Believe me, I'll be collaborating with a lot of you on things that we don't even talk about in the public eye. Third of all, because only 30% of you submitted in time. So I want to have a good handful of about 50 creators or 50 pieces of content to make the mini course worthwhile. And because only a third of you submitted, we get to triple up and you have a year to do it. That's another bonus. Do you want me to activate that buy now button now? Or watch this. It gets better. Who's familiar with Branding YOUniversity? Okay. Let's go through this and it'll get really, really crazy. Branding YOUniversity is going through a massive revamp right now. It has never been spoken of. This is the first I'm speaking of it. We've had offers. We may possibly go IPO in a couple of years. I know that sounds ridiculous. It does to me too. But we have a huge user base that's not spoken of. We have people paying only $20 a month, but we have a lot of them. And we're revamping the whole site. We may include some premium courses in there, like Octo content. We may include brand resume. We may include a bunch of premium courses that are not in there now. We'll have to update the site. No more Sunday webinars. You know what I'm saying? It's going through a massive revamp. So you get a lifetime platinum partnership if you don't have it already to Branding YOUniversity. You can check it out. There's a link here. After the massive revamp of the entire university in early 2021, lifetime, that's what lifetime means. Lifetime means after the price hike for platinum partnerships in 2021, lifetime means all new paid courses that are added to the new university. I'm going to have like 5 or 6 of them in the new revamp. And then lifetime, it means all new paid courses that are added to the university for eternity. That's another bonus of being a elite thinker. Here you go. This is what you've been waiting for. Nobody knew I was going to say this. This is big news here. Hang on tight. Who remembers over a year ago, 18 months ago, I think, about 13 months ago, Branding YOUniversity used to have affiliates. We used to have affiliates. We had affiliates for over a year in that system. We had free affiliates. We had paid affiliates. That completely fell apart. We were losing money hand over fist. You guys know the story. It was very publicized when we had to shut down because of the money that I was losing and making it look like everyone was doing so well when in fact I was losing money. I'm not going to go through that. The bottom line is we used to have an affiliate program and it was taking off, but the affiliate management was excruciating. I wasn't able to handle it. So, are you reading the bullets? Watch this. In the new revamp of Branding YOUniversity, Branding YOUniversity will have 100 affiliates when the revamp takes place. Only 100. This requires no affiliate management. Nobody could become an affiliate. It's not even going to be on the website. But the elite thinkers will all have it. Right here, elite thinkers will automatically be set up as the 100 affiliates. Nobody else could sell Branding YOUniversity products. There won't be. It's only 100. You know what this exclusivity means? With the revamp of Branding YOUniversity, it's still growing. If you guys are the only 100 people out of, we're over 100,000 students right now, by the way, for the record. If you're the only 100 people who could sell, do you know what that means? Do you know how easy it will be to make an income from that if you're the only ones who can resell or have an affiliate link? And here's the beautiful thing. Affiliates will get paid instantly through PayPal as soon as the sale is made. So there will be no waiting period. Branding YOUniversity has no refunds. We have a whole page set up for that. We'll be publicizing it. There are no refunds, so if you're thinking a refund, don't buy the course. Like, we're very stern on that. No refunds. So, and if somebody did fight for a refund, well, then we'll take that cost. Well, we have a way to handle that. You don't need to know that. But the bottom line is, if someone buys, you get paid automatically through the system. So from my end, there's no more affiliate management, yo. You're an elite. As soon as you're an elite thinker tonight, for less than $42 a month, grabbing one of those 100 spots, you got that spot. You will be rolled out as one of the 100 limited affiliates. I knew I would love this. Are you guys pumped up about this whole mastermind? This is a whole other level of family we're breeding here. So, guess what? I'm going to activate that button now. Yep, it's for the year, though. You have to buy for the year. There is no monthly fee. I was going to say, well, let's just do it. Let me activate the button. It's $500, and then you're paid for the year. And then what happens after the year? Oh, what am I doing? I forgot to include all this stuff. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to activate the button now and continue with these bonuses? Yeah, you know what? Let me activate the button now just in case all 100 get scooped up. Then I could go through the bonuses quick. And if all 100 don't get scooped up, well then because there's still, right now we're over 600 people for some reason, like listening to me now. So I don't know who's in the back waiting to click on that button. Let me go activate that button now. And then Self Your Stuff is the course that's going to be $5,000 that I'm releasing in 2021. Self Your Stuff is the SaaS model I just explained to you guys with the 3 skills: the traffic, the sales, and the product or service, the TrifeXta. That's the course. I'll go through these in a I'll go through these in a sec, because I said TrifeXta. I'll go through these in a sec. You get, in short, you get every course I've ever done for free if you are in the Elite Thinkers Mastermind. Now, I know I hate this part. I don't hate this part, but I have to sell myself a little bit. I'm going to activate this button in a sec. I'm opening the development window right now to click that button. But I just want to do it. I want to see you guys come in because I want to see who's number 1, who's number 2, who's number 3. I want to see who claims those badges. These badges. Let's scroll to the bottom of the page. What number will yours be? I can't wait. I can't wait to see who comes in. And it's a great filtering process also for who's who's serious, who's got skin in the game. Now this, I won't go through it. What I will do is, as I open the development window, I'll just put my mouse here. I have to sell myself. I'm sorry, guys. I have to, because I'm the leader of this thing. And what is there to sell? We don't even know who's in the group. We don't even know who's an elite thinker. If I knew who was an elite thinker, I'd be like, okay, we have this person here. We have that person here. We have this person here. But unfortunately, I'm the only one in there now. So how do I sell myself? I just posted a couple of testimonials, so you guys could look at them on your own time. There's a couple of hundred, I think. So I'm not going to, just look. I'm not going to read them all off. It's impossible. So you can just kind of scan through them if you want to see my credibility. So as this is going, let me activate that button. Okay, I'll be right back as this is scrolling down. I would scroll down. Well, I could do that. Let me activate that button. Okay, almost there, guys. I'm going to stop this thing because, like I said, look at that scroll bar. I had to do this. Okay, I just got one key to hit and that button's good to go, and I'll show you what that looks like. So, yeah, we go faster. I put this here just because I have to do humble brags. Okay, there we go. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, I think we're good. Let me reload to that. And I just can't wait to see who this is going to be. This is going to be amazing. So I'll scroll down to the bottom again. Here we go. Yes, we're good. And it'll go directly to a PayPal. It will say Branding YOUniversity with my cartoon face. There's not much detail here, but you will get all of the information. Believe me, I'll know who you are. There won't be that many. It's funny. It's funny. Let's take a look at this. Just to show you. People see 500. I just want to show you. 500 divided by 12. That's for the year. Okay? I could sell hard $41.60. I could easily sell hard for this. But on this run, here's what I'll do. I'll say, I can't wait to see you here. And you will get everything you need once you're in. Don't worry about the instructions. It's such a tight-knit family that once you're in the group, in the next week, things will get cleaned up. We have our first session on October 1st, but by then, we'll have spoken. Like, it's not like autoresponder world here. This is different, as you will see. This is family. I've never had this kind of tight-knit family. So, yes, I will be calling you. It's going to be completely... How do I know if I'll get in? Don't even worry about that. If you're worrying about that, this probably isn't for you right now, honestly. So, that's that. Now I'm going to go through the other bonuses. You could go through the testimonials. The YouTube video will be up for a while. And what I'm going to do is, of course, I'm going to fill up the 100 spots. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be very selective. Well, not selective. I'll contact people and let them know. I may update this sales page a little more. I may throw up a video up here of myself saying what this is about. So we do get a family of 100. It won't take long to do. It just won't be done tonight. So let me just go through the other courses really quick. Many of you already have these, but it's good to note if you don't. Brand Resume is a $2,000 course. The link to buy it is right here. Here's the description. This is my favorite course, actually. This is my favorite course above Octo Content Model. I need them both, though. I need them both to run my business and reach the levels I'm reaching. And in the mastermind, you guys can ask all about this. I need to equip you in this way so that you need to have everything that I have, elite thinkers. Like everything that I have. You don't have to get it, but if I have it, it's yours for free, which is why you're getting Brand Resume for free. The description is a resume will get you a job and will bring you a paycheck, while a brand resume will get you whatever you desire and bring you a fortune. Let's cover why you need a brand resume in today's digital age and build your brand resume from scratch. This is an in-depth course, yo. This is a big course. Who took this course? Who has this course? Can you put that in the chat? Who has brand resume and how crazy is this course? Let's do the same thing with Octo Content Model. That's $5,000, but well worth $5,000. Of course, elite thinkers get this full course unlocked for life for elite thinkers. Everything I will release will be yours. So that's syndication to the 8 platforms. $5,000 right here. Well worth it. Like for under 10 grand, those 2 courses are your best shot at reaching the stratosphere of success when it comes to online. I'm just saying. For sure. Who took Octo Content? Would you put it in the chat and tell the viewers how intense that was? That was 5 months. So we got 12 modules in there. Pinteresting results. How I went from less than 100 monthly viewers on Pinterest to over 1 million monthly viewers. That was a crazy ride in less than 30 days. In this course, I share what I'm doing to get these results, how I'm doing it, and how I will benefit from these results. Oh, by the way, welcome, guys. Hey, welcome. I did not even expect this to happen. There's a lot of you coming in right now. There is a lot of you coming in right now. Holy mo! I should have expected this. I wonder if we're gonna fill up all 100 tonight. I'll tell you guys something right now. I'm gonna pamper you guys with everything I got. And you will do the same for the other elite members or elite thinkers. That's for sure. We're going to have a place where we can wake up in the morning and come say good morning to each other. That's the goal. We also will have our Facebook group up by next week. We will have our LinkedIn group up by next week. So it's going to be, it's going to evolve pretty darn quick. And you know what else? I was debating on this here for the $42 a month. First of all, no payment plans. There is no month to month. It's for the year. If you're not going to commit for the year, you need a year. You need at least a year of being involved in this. We want to build a family here for sure. At first I was thinking $200 a month would be definitely more than worth it. Way more than worth it for $200 a month. If you wanted to pay month to month. So I figured you pay the $500 for the full year. That's a full year with everything I've ever done. It's so weird to have it this inexpensive and feel like it's expensive because I'm so used to giving. And when I sell a course of Octo Content for $5,000, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what it's worth. But right now I feel like, I guess because I've never done a mastermind before, I've been looking at the prices and I pay to be in some. So I know how expensive they are. So we'll probably pop up all the 100 tonight, actually, come to think of it. So here's what I wanted to say about that. If you come in right now, you got your badge, you got your spot. In 1 year from now, these are not going to be $500 a year. That's a promise. To be a member, assuming one spot is available, which it won't be. So you're going to want to hang on to your spot. I was thinking of this, and I have to say this. If you come in for those of you who make it in at the $500 for the year, for those of you who make it in at the $500 for the year, I was not sure whether that would be locked in or not. That's why I have to say it now because it's documented. So I was going to say $500 for the year, but then after the year, you're not guaranteed that $500. It could be in the thousands. But I've decided to keep it at the $500 for you guys, even if it's $5,000 a year by then. It could be $5,000 a year, easily. We're going to learn about this. We're going to evolve. We're going to create some leaders. There will definitely be a couple of millionaires in there in 1 year. That's for sure. I'm there. And there's a lot of people in there that once we start connecting our dots, our entrepreneurial dots, there'll be for sure a couple of millionaires popping around in there. You guys are not leaving. You're not going anywhere. It'll become your home, your staple. People are going to pay $5,000 a year to get in this. So if you come in now and you grab one of those 100 spots, in a year from now, you still get it at 500, okay? Sound good? Okay, guys, been on very long. I got to start publishing those names. I really want to publish those names now. So when you come back to this page, you're going to see the names fill out. You're going to see who is number 2, who is number 3. There's names here now. I just have to put them in. I have to see who they are. Guys, for those of you that are elite thinkers right now, I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you, but I also can't wait to change the world with you, because that's in fact what we are doing. Whoo, this will be crazy. So guys, that's it. That's all I got for you right now. I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I'm a little bit emotional because this is my last live to the public webinar, and on the masterminds, I won't be doing this kind of stuff. We'll be taking turns teaching. We'll be creating magic. We'll be making magic in there. So it's going to be so closed up. So for those of you that came to my last webinar, live webinar, I thank you for coming. I will see you in my content on my blog every Friday on thewealthytrainer.com. You'll see my new content. And for those elite thinkers, I will see you very soon. As a matter of fact, I'll be speaking to you within a week. We have our first meeting on October 1st, and we have a heck of a year together. This is it for all of us, including myself. Time to reach for those big heights, okay, guys? I love you all. I'm going to start compiling all the new elite thinkers, and we're going to start creating our inner ecosystem, okay? Our groups, we're going to start welcoming you. We're going to start shaking hands with each other. We're going to start talking to each other. We'll start putting out some live videos in those groups immediately, okay? I love you guys. I'll see most of you on the interwebs, and I will see my elite thinkers on the inside. Marc Lalonde signing off for the final time. I love you all. Bye-bye now.